Lights on and screen up. Oh yeah. Death Witch in the house. Pump it up, pump it up. Sexy gaming stream. Feeling right, feeling right. All eyes on him. In the zone tonight. Zone tonight. Joystick in hand, smooth as silk, smooth as silk. Playing with fire, what a thrill, what a thrill, what a thrill. Chat's going wild, hearts on a spree, on a spree. Get ready, folks, it's time to see, time to see, time to see. Everybody move, swing and play, swing and play. Death Witch live, come join the fray, join the fray, join the fray. Groove to the rhythm, don't delay, don't delay, don't delay. Catch that vibe, stay and sway, stay and sway, stay and sway. Come on, go! Swinging beats and joystick feats. He's the king of gaming treats. Come on, yeah. Strings so tight, lights so bright. Death Witch is in the zone tonight. Liberty of play, stylish flair, stylish flair. Winning every round, beats to share, beats to share. Watch him dominate every way, every way. Feel the rhythm, join the craze, join the craze. Everybody move, swing and play, swing and play. Death Witch like them, join the fray, join the fray, join the fray. Groove to the rhythm, don't delay, don't delay, don't delay. Catch that vibe, stay and sway, stay and sway, stay and sway. Lights on and screen up. Oh yeah. Death Witch in the house. Pump it up, pump it up. Sexy gaming stream. Feeling right, feeling right. All eyes on him. In the zone tonight. Zone tonight. Joystick in hand, smooth as silk, smooth as silk. Playing with fire, what a thrill, what a thrill, what a thrill. Chat's going wild, hearts on a spree, on a spree. Get ready, folks, it's time to see, time to see, time to see. Everybody move, swing and play, swing and play. Death Witch like, come join the fray, join the fray, join the fray. Groove to the rhythm, don't delay, don't delay, don't delay. Catch that vibe, stay and sway, stay and sway, stay and sway. Come on, go! Swinging beats and joystick feats. He's the king of gaming treats. Come on, yeah. Strings so tight, lights so bright. Death Witch is in the zone tonight. Liberty of play, stylish flair, stylish flair. Winning every round, beats to share, beats to share. Watch him dominate every way, every way. Feel the rhythm, join the craze, join the craze. Everybody move, swing and play, swing and play. Death Witch like them, join the fray, join the fray, join the fray. Groove to the rhythm, don't delay, don't delay, don't delay. Catch that vibe, stay and sway, stay and sway, stay and sway. Lights on and screen up. Oh yeah. Death Witch in the house. Pump it up, pump it up. Sexy gaming stream. Feeling right, feeling right. All eyes on him. In the zone tonight. Zone tonight. Joystick in hand, smooth as silk, smooth as silk. Playing with fire, what a thrill, what a thrill, what a thrill. Chat's going wild, hearts on a spree, on a spree. Get ready, folks, it's time to see, time to see, time to see. Everybody move, swing and play, swing and play. Death Witch like come join the fray, join the fray, join the fray. Groove to the rhythm, don't delay, don't delay, don't delay. Catch that vibe, stay and sway, stay and sway, stay and sway. Come on, yeah! Swinging beats and joystick feats, he's the king of gaming streets. Come on, yeah! Strings so tight, lights so bright, Death Witch is in the zone tonight. Liberty of play, stylish flair, winning every round, beats to share, watching dominate every way, feel the rhythm, join the craze, everybody move, swing and play, Death Witch like come join the fray, groove to the rhythm, don't delay, don't delay, catch that vibe, stay and sway, stay and sway, stay and sway. Lights on, screen up, oh yeah. Death Witch in the house, pump it up, sexy gaming stream, feeling right, all eyes on him, in the zone tonight, joystick in hand, smooth as silk, playing with fire, what a thrill, chat's going wild, hearts on a spree, get ready folks, it's time to see, everybody move, swing and play, Death Witch like come join the fray, groove to the rhythm, don't delay, catch that vibe, stay and sway, come on, yeah! Swinging beats and joystick feats, he's the king of gaming streets. Come on, yeah! Strings so tight, lights so bright, Death Witch is in the zone tonight. Liberty of play, stylish flair, winning every round, beats to share, watching dominate every way, feel the rhythm, join the craze, everybody move, swing and play, Death Witch like come join the fray, groove to the rhythm, don't delay, catch that vibe, stay and sway, stay and sway.
What's up, witches? Oh, is my mic working? Is everything working? Haven't been able to get on here in a while. Cut that out. I feel like I need to readjust that camera again. I got a lot of dead space over here next to it. I don't remember having before. I'll do it tomorrow. Ain't gonna do it tonight. Okay. Oh, I like the new audio layout. OBS got an update. Looks better. Bigger though. Hard to see everything at once, but we'll make it work. Let's see. Unmute this one. Think. Yeah. Unmute that one. There we go. Oh. Fix that. There we go. Alright, I get signed into the Discord. Who's online? Let people know I'm live. Alright, what is on the agenda for today? No, that looks good. I feel like everything's been shifted to the left. Here. Okay. Back to that. That post is up. Okay. Good to go. Bum, bum, bum. All right, let's go into the game screen. And there we go. We're all set. Now some new games now. What? Left them open, huh? Adjust my volumes. Okay. I don't know if I'm ready to go fight another boss yet, but we'll figure it out. I'll wait till I got better gear before I go fishing again. Put some light down here. Yeah, I think this weapon should be sufficient for another boss, maybe? I don't know, I've never fought this other boss. Oh! Oh, shit! crawling in slime here. Drowning in the shit. Okay. So many fucking enemies down here. This boss is moving all over the map. Kind of waiting for him to come back around. Oh, I didn't even see that one. Yeah, I'm drowning in mushrooms now. Fuck off. Damn it, it's just copper. Always copper. I'll eat something when I'm good and ready, damn it. big shit down there. Venturing into a new area here. A lot of these little dudes over here. Oh, you're fast. Oh shit. And strong. Oh fuck. It's time to head back home and regroup for a minute. As long as I'm here. Oh fuck. God damn. Blasted a big ol' hole. Okay, can't go that way. God, so many slimes. There we go, home sweet home. Here, bud, got some stuff to sell to you. That's a valuable. Only a fraction of something bigger. How many of those do I need? Rid of those. I think I need everything else. Okay. Thank you, bud. Cook the rest of the stuff. I feel like I had more of those. Yeah, I feel like I had more of those blue shard things. Check my other chest. Oh, I need to get an egg out of that anyway. Nope, it ain't in there. There's just food in there. Where'd I put my other one? It was in my egg. Subterrier? What is this? Melee damage? 10% chance to stun target on melee hit, critical hit chance. Canine companion that is out to smite my enemies. Aimlessly licks his paws in general just to be a good pal. One gives me plus critical damage. That's plus critical hit chance. We'll run this one for a little while. Ooh, yeah, get a doggy. Put you up for now. Some food. How you doing, buddy? How you doing, buddy? Good dog. Dog now. Kind of looks like a big rat, but whatever. Alright. Cook one of those. Berry pudding. I'll cook one of these. I'll cook up 2 of these. Fuck it. Might as well. And one of these. And then the rest of these. There we go, got some food now. I got some tin out of that. Sell you some pudding. There you go. Almost got enough to buy another egg from him. Oh, I forgot to sell him the hat. I can craft a better fishing rod now, right? How much is that? 4 bars and 5 wood? It's 5 bars and 10 fiber for the more carrying space, though. Let's do that one. Find more tin now, eventually. wood up, so I'll have that. There we go. More space. Can I sell you the old one? Only get 3 for that? Oh, fuck it. I can't do nothing else with it. Pudding on the hot bar. What was this? Music workbench. Need a better anvil. Fiber into beautiful clothing and costumes. Ooh, gotta find wool though. Alright, so I need 410 bar for that one. Yeah, I'm gonna get more 10. Get rid of some of these bombs. Probably use them on the boss though, but I'll take them with me on my adventure for now. Eat up some of that. Ooh, doggy's already attacking things. I don't know how to open this. Can I break my way in? Object is indestructible. Take that as a no. See where this goes. Found a meadow. Alright, so it goes all the way around that little pond. Leads to water. Oh shit. on, try to attack me. So we can break your armor. There. Need to make a bunch more torches. Start lighting this place up. You can get him, doggy. You don't need my help. Ow. Killing, dog. I swear to God, I gotta do everything. If I level you up enough, you'll be worth a fuck. Even after getting the bigger bag, I still run out of space really quick. Well, we're gonna stock up on these. Get 'em, dog. I'm crafting right now. Oh my God. It'll teleport my dog back to me, right? Yeah. Alright, there we go. Light up the place. Alright, and let's see, what can I get rid of? Item-wise. Get rid of the dirt. That's right, I was carrying all these bombs to help me. So fast. Witch Doctor genes, huh? Oh, there we go. Complete my Witch Doctor set. Minion attack speed. Wear this for a little bit and try a minion build. There you go, bud. Have a treat. Picked up a treat off the ground for you. Alright, got some more minion shit. God damn. Like the fastest way to mine. What is this? Swift feather. Offhand. Dash forward at 200% movement speed. Can be equipped in offhand. Okay, let's try that. More Witch Doctor. Already got the Witch Doctor set. Damn. Okay, so this is where you come to farm the Witch Doctor stuff. Got another full set here. What's this? Cave pouch. +5 inventory slots. Max health and movement speed. 10 inventory slots. Alright, we're trying a minion build, so let's get some minions out. Okay. There's some more of this shit. I'm fucking drowning in fucking gear right now.
What's up, witches?
Fuck off, bot. Enjoy your ban. Fucking bots. I swear that's all Kick is anymore. bud. Let's sell you some stuff. I'm drowning in this gear right now that I don't need. What else do I not need? Need that, don't need that, don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Need that. Or that. Get rid of the potion too, fuck it. Got a 0 value. Glad I moved you into my house. That's convenient as fuck. Got some tin out of that run. Go. Make 2 of these. Nice chill game. Might watch some YouTube videos while we play. I don't know, I hadn't decided yet. Might pull something up here. Some more food. Yeah, we'll pull up a YouTube video to watch while I'm doing this. What's on the YouTubes today? Tell me about the news, Philip DeFranco.
To know exactly what's happening.
Put it over here. Make it about yay big. Yeah. Looks good.
Sup, you beautiful bastards. Welcome back to the Philip DeFranco Show. You daily dive into the news, and if I'm being honest, probably the most consistent thing in your life. I mean, really the only things guaranteed in life these days are death, taxes, and my stupid face yapping to yours at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific, Monday to Thursday. The rest is just pure chaos. But with that said, we got a lot of chaos to talk about today, so let's
All right,
just
cool
jump in.
chaos.
This is a news show.
You ever think about how, like, when you go under for surgery or any procedure, like, you have no idea what the doctors might be doing to your body? And I know that comes off paranoid, and I'm not gonna fight those allegations. I am, at the heart of all things, a paranoid, skeptical person, and, you know, sometimes you see things that are simple but enormous, like amputating the wrong leg, removing the wrong organ, or operating on the wrong foot. Though other times it's more deliberate, like when a surgeon used a laser to burn his initials into a woman's transplanted liver. This creep who routinely peered under the surgical covers and gawked at
Jesus.
patients' genitals while they were asleep. Or this plastic surgeon who posted an Instagram photo of a trans.
I mean, I kind of
patient
figure they're
removed
always just
penis
peeping at my
molded
goods
into a
anyway.
heart for Valentine's
That one
Day.
wouldn't
Yes,
piss me
I
off.
really just said that, and yes, that really happened. But also now, as it turns out, every once in a while you have to worry about not just what's going to happen, but who's doing it. Which is exactly the case I want to talk about today, because there was this 33-year-old man in Austria who suffered serious head injuries during a forestry accident back in January, with him then getting flown to a university hospital for an emergency surgery, you know, the kind of thing you don't want to fuck around with at all. And according to reports, I don't know if it was Bring Your Kid to Work Day, the surgeon allegedly let their 13-year-old daughter take part in the operation, and not just like be in the room. They even let this little girl drill a hole in the man's head. Now, luckily, the procedure seems to have gone off without a hitch, but
I mean,
it's
was
not
drilling the
point.
whole
Random
part of the
ass
procedure and he just
teenagers
let her
shouldn't
do
be
it?
drilling holes in people's heads. So it also makes this
But
even
yeah,
more
you
outrageous.
shouldn't
how
let your
long
daughter
it took
do
anyone
part
to
of your
even find
surgery
out
job
about
for
this,
you.
including the patient. Or like I said, this happened back in January, but the public prosecutor only received an anonymous complaint in April. After which time, the patient says he first heard about the case through the media, but was only told by police that he was the victim in July. But, you know, now what we're seeing is the entire surgical team under investigation, and the surgeon, as well as another employee, they've reportedly been fired. And in their place, the hospital is actually offering a
Yeah,
job to
imagine
the
this kind of thing that
13-year-old
would
girl
get you
who's still
fired.
considering whether to accept or negotiate better benefits. I'm joking. I'm not. I know everything else in this story is so outrageous that was maybe believable for a second, but no. So yeah, I guess the main thing is the next time you go in for a medical procedure,
I got a fishing rod to
apparently
sell you.
it is not a stupid question to ask if your surgeon is actually going to be a small child. Just a little, you know, double check. And then in internet drama news, let's talk about this Alex Earl situation, who, if you don't know, is this massive influencer, has nearly 4 million followers on
fishing while
Instagram,
that's
over
cooking.
7 million on TikTok. And she's kind of, not to be too dismissive, she's kind of just famous for being very attractive and doing rich people shit. So of course that also means that she has a podcast. But the reason that she's in the news right now is that she's getting a ton of heat for racist comments that she made in the past. You see, for the last 2 years or so, screenshots have surfaced showing her using the N-word on Ask.fm in the summer of 2014. They're using it multiple times while responding to questions on the platform.
Were we
Well, these
shocked?
screenshots have existed
Rich
for a
white
while. They're
person
really only
used
starting to get a
N-word?
ton of attention in the last 2 weeks. People then flooding her
it
comment
for that
sections
fishing
asking
hole.
her to address the posts. You also had some even accusing her of trademarking and copywriting those posts to prevent them from being shared further. A claim that reportedly started on the Do We Know Them podcast, with the host claiming that they were contacted by Alex's lawyers. But then all of that leading to yesterday, where Alex apologized and addressed all of this on her Instagram story, writing, "I am taking accountability and want to make it clear that I was 13 years old and did not understand the deeply offensive meaning behind that word. That is no excuse for using that word in any context or at any age. That
Is she
absolutely
American
is
or
not
not
the way I
American?
speak
Because if
or
she's not
understand."
American, then
And
that
adding, "I am
word
deeply
has
sorry that my words have hurt many
doesn't-
and led
doesn't
me to
have the
believe that I
same
have any prejudice in my
effect
work.
in
I
other
promise you
countries that it
cannot
has on
further
us
from
here.
the truth." And also saying that she
So,
regrets how she
kind
handled
of
this situation
believable.
and thinks that it was wrong to stay silent and ignore the controversy for so long. And saying there that she was just unsure of what to do, and this is the advice that she was given, though she now only blames herself for not
Not
speaking
bad
out faster.
advice,
And then in
actually.
addition to that, she addressed the trademark.
Usually, if you
saying,
ignore
"In
it
the
long
absence
enough,
of
it'll
my
go
addressing
away."
this, my silence allowed others
Sad
to
but
fill
true.
the void with rumors that simply aren't true. One rumor in particular is that I tried to trademark my old post, which is absolutely ridiculous and untrue. So as far as, you know, if this apology is
got some
working, you know, it
leveling
seems
up
to
to
be
do.
for some, but others less so. And with that, here's the only thing that I'll say,
Let's
right?
see.
This is not a situation
5%
where this is
chance
an
to dodge
apology
after
for me
standing
to
still
accept
for
or
a short
not. I don't know if you can
duration.
tell. But all I ask, since we're dealing with the court of public opinion, is that you remain consistent. Right? If Alex Earl is one of your faves and you're like, this was 10 years ago, she was a child, we should forgive. Awesome, that is your personal position. I hope that you maintain that same energy
stun
when it deals with
durations
someone that you do
reduced.
not like. And same for the other side. If you look at Alex Earl and you're like, fuck her, just because she was 13 and it was 10 years ago, that's no excuse. I hope you have that same energy when something like this happens with one of your faves. Just be consistent, or at least have that same energy. And I also say that understanding not every situation is the same, right? Some people have more obviously changed from who they were in the past than others. So you can never really know who a
with the
person
dodge
is or what they
chance.
really are because you're not them. So that's all I'll say on that note. But notably,
I
this
can
is
just
not the only
stand still
reason
and get
Alex
dodge.
Earl was in the headlines lately. Because Rolling Stone just published a list of the most influential creators of 2024, and Alex was at the number 8 spot. In that article, you know, it didn't dive into this controversy, but notably, thankfully, she also wasn't the only person dealing with some
What'd I do?
backlash on the list, right? Because at number 3, you had Mr. Beast, with Rolling Stone loosely touching on the variety of allegations that he's currently facing, saying people debate the ethics and authenticity of his high production charitable feats, his all-encompassing
extra food
platform,
from
the
cooked food.
impact
Oh,
he's
found
had on
some
his
extra
North Carolina
magic.
hometown, and the working conditions on his
2%
shoots, which are
critical
currently
chance.
under scrutiny. But his spot on the list, it primarily focused on his historic subscriber count and his philanthropic content. And as you'd expect, there were a ton of other big names on the list. Hassan Piker, Jake Shane, Keith Lee, Pokimane, Nara Smith, all making the list. And at the top spot, you had Kai, Sinet, and then Rhett and Link taking home silver. As far as how Rolling Stone determined this list, the outlet said it kind of had to overall consider what power on the internet even is, explaining, we had to grapple with a highly subjective question. What does it mean to have influence? It's not just about who's getting sponsorships, it's about having people look up to you, follow and comment on your posts, engage with and share your content, and truly care what you have to say, for better or worse. And with that, saying that they asked creators from fashion to food to travel to nominate their favorites and also reviewed data from Creator IQ. But with all that said, I gotta ask, what are your thoughts here, whether it be the Rolling Stone list or Alex specifically? And then, this clip out of Arizona has
bigger
drawn
fish.
a ton of outrage online. So let's walk through it, right? So you have this mother named Rebecca Massey who is speaking during public comments at a surprise city council meeting, but they're specifically criticizing the salary of the city attorney. Mayor Skip Hall then interrupts her
Major
to tell her
build
that
right
she's
now.
violating a rule that prevents her from using her time at the podium to lodge complaints about city employees, and all of that leading to this interaction.
That's all fine, well and good, but that's a violation of my First Amendment
Yeah,
rights.
so that's, well, this is your warning, okay?
Warning for what?
A warning for attacking the city attorney personally.
This is all factual information.
It doesn't matter.
You're violating my
This
First
is-
Amendment
It does
rights.
matter.
I could get up here and I could swear at you for 3 straight minutes, and it is protected
No,
speech.
no,
by
It
the Supreme
is.
Court. It is.
No, you
Why
can't.
don't you look at case law?
No, you can't.
I can.
So, if you want to be...
She can.
Do you want to be,
So
do you
point
want
of
to be
order?
escorted out of here?
I mean, they can escort you out, but they can't arrest you for it.
Violating my First
God,
Amendment
how did a
rights.
fly get in here?
You are violating my First Amendment rights.
That's your opinion.
Right, and Rebecca then acknowledges that yes, she
I gotta
did
check that
sign
window
on to
tomorrow.
conform
There's-
with the
there's-
rules, but she said that the
it's gotta
rules,
not
they
be
weren't
properly sealed. Shit
constitutional.
keeps
And then
getting in
you had
here.
Mayor Hall ordering her off the floor.
Chief, could you have somebody come down here and escort Miss Massey out?
Really, is that
You
necessary?
can escort her out, but you can't. You
Yes.
can't
In front of
arrest
my
her for
10-year-old
that.
daughter, you're going to escort me
That's
out
fine.
for expressing my
She
First
can go
Amendment
with you.
rights.
She can go with you.
I'm not leaving.
I mean, you have the right to say it, but you don't have the right to say it in that room if they don't want you there, though. They do have the right to escort you out.
I'm expressing my first. Do not touch me.
And so she continues to
can
resist.
stand
as an
out
officer
front and
cuffs her,
continue to
removes her, she's
protest.
trying to tell him not to touch her and asks what charges she's being detained for. He then forces her out and she leaves the frame of the video. Now with this, reports
you don't
say that
have
she
to
was
be
cited for
charged to be
trespassing,
detained.
And of course, we've seen that clip garner a
Oh,
ton
but then they
of
charged her
backlash.
for
Tons of
trespassing.
people saying that and saying that America is becoming a fascist state. Claiming that the rules she's accused of violating shouldn't exist as it violates free speech. And others adding the most power-hungry people in the world are in your local government. Don't really care what her political opinions are. We shouldn't be arresting citizens for criticizing government officials.
Well,
End
they
of
arrested her
story.
for
Even had the
trespassing
mayor
because she
elect of
refused to leave.
Surprise issuing a statement
Technically,
condemning the situation. Right, as
probably
Americans,
fine.
our right to free speech is fundamental, especially when it comes to holding.
But
our
they were
government
clearly
accountable.
using
What
it
happened
to
to Rebecca Massey is
shut her up.
unacceptable. No citizen should ever be arrested for voicing their concerns, especially in a forum specifically designed for public input. And now some even expect legal action to be taken, with the Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression sharing the video of the arrest in writing. City of Surprise, we'll see
That
you in
fishing
court.
hole
So
was
for now,
empty,
we'll have
alright?
to see where this goes, if a lawsuit gets filed, and then what comes from it. And then we just got a bombshell or a nothing burger. Those are the two main reactions we've seen so far. Because Meta's CEO Mark Zuckerberg just sent a letter to the House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim
And he is
Jordan
not
in
aging
response
well.
to the committee's investigation into content moderation on online platforms. And in his letter, Zuckerberg aired a number of grievances. And
God, he
several
looks like a
controversies.
ghoul now.
Really, the thing that's been grabbing headlines is when he said that senior
You went
officials
from
the
alien to
Biden
ghoul,
administration,
Zuckerberg.
repeatedly pressured our teams for months to censor certain COVID-19 content, including humor and satire, and expressed a lot of frustration with our teams when we didn't agree. And you have outlets like Axios noting that Zuckerberg said in September of 2020 that Facebook wouldn't treat anti-vax posts as misinformation, a policy that changed just a few months later in February
Yeah,
of 2021.
it should
And
change.
by
It's
August of 2021,
not
Meta
true
said that it removed
information.
more than 20 million pieces of content on Facebook and Instagram for violating COVID misinformation policies. But Zuckerberg's letter went beyond just detailing this pressure from the White House. He condemned it, saying, "We made some choices that, with the benefit of hindsight and new information, we wouldn't make today." And adding, "I believe the government pressure was wrong, and I regret that we were not more outspoken about it. I feel strongly strongly that we should not compromise our content standards due to pressure from any administration in either direction, and we're ready to push back if something like this happens again. With Zuckerberg then going on to say that he regretted hiding content related to the New York Post coverage on Hunter Biden ahead of the 2020 election, which, you know, the FBI said may have been rooted in a Russian disinformation operation, and Zuckerberg added,
if it's
since
false
been made
information,
clear
it's
that the reporting was not
disinformation. Like,
Russian
that can't be
disinformation,
argued.
and in retrospect, we shouldn't have
Oh,
promoted his story.
however,
He added
you
there
shouldn't
that
be
Meta has
censoring
since changed
people's
its
free
policies and
speech.
processes to ensure that that situation
Opinions
doesn't happen again.
can be
So now,
wrong,
as we've seen
but
Republicans on the committee
if they're
celebrate
sharing it
this
as
letter, calling
facts,
it a,
like
quote,
there's
big win
nuance to
for
this shit.
speech. But then on the other side, you have the White House holding
So
their
I kinda
ground,
sympathize
defending
with the
their approach
position
to
he's in.
disinformation, saying in a statement, when confronted with a deadly pandemic, this administration encouraged responsible actions to protect public health and safety. Our position has been clear and consistent. We believe tech companies and other private actors should take into account the effects their actions have on the American people while making independent choices about the information they present. Right, and it's the last part of that last sentence that has some saying this is a nothing burger, with people claiming that this is Zuckerberg just trying to shield himself and throw someone else under the bus. Because as places like the Washington Post wrote, Zuckerberg also said Meta's content moderation actions were its own and not the result of government compulsion, a characterization consistent with the Supreme Court's ruling that the plaintiffs failed to show a direct connection between government pressure and the removal of their posts. Or with Zuckerberg even writing, "We own our decision." But you know, with all that said,
I mean,
I gotta pass the question off to you. What are your thoughts here? And then
It
did
can
you
be
know that your
both.
metabolism
They
is
can
at the center
pressure
of
you
everything
into
your body
making the
does?
decision, but
Metabolic health
ultimately it was
translates to a
your
bunch of
decision.
benefits, including improved energy levels, better fitness results, better sleep, easier weight management, and more. And thanks to our sponsor, Lumen, you just breathe into this device first thing in the morning, and you'll know what's going on with your metabolism, whether you're mostly burning
Cool,
fats
a
or carbs.
metabolism
Get this, Lumen
breathalyzer.
gives you recommendations for a personalized nutrition plan.
I don't
to
know how
improve
that
your metabolic
helps,
health. You can
but
breathe into it
okay.
before and after workouts and meals to know exactly what's happening in your body in real
Easy
time.
lay out there.
Lumen gives you tips to keep you on top of your health game. And personally, you know, I've used it before hikes or runs to see if my energy level needed a boost with a quick banana
continue
or something. You know,
exploring
no
for
kidding.
now.
You know, sometimes
I don't
you
think
need
I'm
it,
ready to go fight the
sometimes you
boss yet
don't.
anyway.
Especially as now I'm training for my first half marathon. It's great having Lumen in my back pocket. So if you want to take the next step in improving your energy and health, go to lumen.me/DeFranco to get 15% off your Lumen. That's lumen.me/DeFranco for 15% off your purchase. And thank you, Lumen, for sponsoring today's show. And then, should people get money for donating a kidney to a stranger? And I asked that
Yes.
as some hypothetical.
I mean, you're giving up a part of your
moralistic
fucking
question,
body.
but right now, there's a bipartisan bill in Congress that would do exactly that. Right? It's called the End Kidney Deaths Act.
Wait,
and it would
that's
offer
not already a
refundable
thing?
tax credit of $10,000 a year over 5 years for a total of $50,000 to people who donate a kidney to a stranger on the National Kidney Wait List. And that would be absolutely massive for so many people, because according to the National Kidney Foundation, there are over 100,000 Americans currently waiting for a kidney. But because of the ongoing kidney shortage, there are only around
Well, if you pass that,
17,000
I'll give up
people
one of my
a year that
kidneys.
receive a kidney. And this is thousands are removed from
Not
the
that I'm
list
only doing
every
it for
month,
money,
either because
but,
they
you know.
died or they just became too sick for a transplant. In fact, according to a press release
I do need
announcing
money.
this legislation, 100,000
And one day I
people
might need
died
my
while
kidney,
waiting
so,
for a kidney
you know,
between 2010
I'm
and
taking that
2021.
option away
Over
from
the last
myself.
15 years, 50% of the people waiting have died before getting a kidney. And notably, for the last 2+ decades, there has been no increase in the number of living donors, which has largely hovered around 6,000 a year. Because the vast majority of kidney transplants, roughly 2 in every 3, they actually come from an organ donor who died. And notably, of those
Am I not
6,000 living
close
donors,
enough
most
to
are
it?
giving it to a family member or a friend. In fact, only around 300
Alright.
to 400 living donor kidneys a year come from strangers giving to an anonymous recipient on the wait list, which is why experts say that by creating a financial incentive, thousands more will step forward every year to donate a kidney
Yep.
to someone on the list. But the Congress members
Yeah,
who
exactly.
introduced the bill saying that if enacted, the proposal is expected to save up to 100,000 Americans currently on
I mean,
the
it's a
wait list. But also,
win-win.
notably, they say that this won't just save lives.
People
For
with a
lawmakers
healthy
claim this
kidney
legislation would
who
actually
are willing
save
to
an
give it up
estimated
get like that
$10 to
one-time,
$37 billion
you
in
know,
taxpayer funds. Right? And that's because Medicare
get that
picks up
one-time
tab for
big
most
cash
patients
break
with
that they can
kidney
lean
failure.
on.
That
So even if you don't want to give up
dialysis,
your
which we don't
kidney,
know is
you
the
know,
main
something
course of
happens and you
treatment
need
for people who
money,
need a new kidney to
a
live.
lot of
The key
money
thing there is that in
kind of
addition to
fast.
just it being a
Well,
miserable
no matter how bad
experience
your
for the
credit is,
person, it's
you've
also
got the kidney
insanely
option.
expensive, costing Medicare more than $50 billion each year. So increasing the number of kidney recipients would actually result in major savings, especially because kidney transplants from living donors, those can last up to 20 years, which is nearly twice as long as those from deceased donors. Now, with all that said, on the other side of this, we have opponents of the End Kidney Deaths Act saying, hey, this is essentially amounting to letting people sell their organs, which has questionable moral implications and could create a slippery slope. With Alexander Capone, a professor
It's not a slippery
emeritus
slope
of
if you only
healthcare,
make it for
law,
that one
policy, and
kidney,
ethics at
for
the
that
University
one
of
organ.
Southern
but
California, saying, I think the act would not increase organ availability. When something goes from being
I don't
something
know
which people give to being
why that
something
would be a
is
problem,
bought,
honestly.
the givers stop giving. With this, going on to say that he's also worried that this program could undercut global efforts to stop illicit organ trade. Adding, I think it would be irresponsible of us to ignore the spillover effect. If the United States allowed payments, the countries where people are trying very
I mean,
hard
how
and
would it
succeeding very well in
lead to
stopping
illicit organ trading
the
if you
Philippines,
regulate
South
it so that you can
Vietnam,
only give the
would have a
organ
much harder time
yourself
getting their
from
government's
your
to take
body
this seriously.
done by a
There, we've seen
doctor,
others pushing back on this, like
then that
Ruth
means people
Semmer,
couldn't steal your
bioethicist
kidney
at
and then
Bloomsburg
use it
University of
because
Pennsylvania, who
they wouldn't
argues
pay for
that these
those.
kinds of
It
arguments,
would,
they're
as
just
long as you make it
distracting
so
to
that the
take away
payment
from
only comes
legitimate
if your
debate.
kidney is
Explaining nobody
removed
thinks
by
we
a
should adopt
doctor
a
in a
system like
hospital
kidney sales in
as
India
part of
or
a
China or
transplant.
Iran. None of those
then
systems have been
done.
remotely similar to what advocates of the present legislation are arguing for. And adding with this that he thinks the act would significantly increase the number of available kidneys. And noting there that there have been polls showing a majority of Americans support regulated compensation for donors, while also arguing that the current system isn't working. Saying we've asked people to buy kidneys for free. We've done that for decades and it has not worked, right? And to that point, we've also seen people taking it even further, arguing that people should have a right to sell organs if they want, and a regulated organ market would actually save many lives. But with all that, I'll leave you with two things. The first is my opinion here, and understand it is probably the most biased opinion I'll ever have on a story, because if you don't know, I have a kidney disease and I'm gonna need a transplant in the future at some point. And while I can't speak to the greater organ market, I do think that you should be allowed to get compensated for donating a kidney, or even pay someone to give you a kidney. There would, of course,
I mean,
need to
we
be
pay people for
regulations
sperm.
and safeguards in place to avoid.
Like it seems ridiculous that
I don't know. I think there's the key
your
thing is
kidney
I would
doesn't
love to
get
see
you
someone that
paid,
is
but
giving the
giving
gift of
plasma
life
or
to be
sperm will.
compensated. But two, that said, whether you agree or you disagree with my opinion, I'd love to know your thoughts in those comments down below. And then these recent raids in Texas that we're seeing launched by the Office of the State's Attorney General Ken Paxton have been called Gestapo style. But let's break it down so you can decide for yourself, right? So last week, Ken Paxton's office conducted a series of raids on homes across 3 different counties, which he says is a part of his 2-year investigation into alleged election fraud and vote harvesting. And according to a statement from Paxton, his office has, quote, sufficient evidence to confiscate laptops, cell phones, and documents, which is exactly what happened in these raids against several prominent figures in small communities, including a local mayor, a city council member, and a Democratic candidate for the state legislature. And notably, several of those targeted were members of the League of United Latin American Citizens, or LULAC, which is the oldest Latino civil rights organization in the country, with one of those members being Lydia Martinez, an 87-year-old woman living in San Antonio who has been a part of LULAC for over 3 decades. And there, she has long worked to expand voter registration to seniors and veterans in South Texas. And according to Martinez, a group of 9 armed men and women knocked on her door early last Tuesday with a search warrant in hand. She then asked to change out of her nightgown, but was instead told to just sit in the dining area where she answered questions while the agents rummaged through her house for 4 hours. With her then reportedly made to stand outside for another half hour, still in her nightgown, while the agents searched her dining area. With Martinez saying they searched everything: my underwear, my brassieres, my nightgowns, everything. They went into my garage, they opened up my car,
that's how search warrants
my whole
work.
car, my whole garage, my refrigerator,
Question is, was it a
kitchen,
legal
cabinets,
search warrant?
everything. And adding, it was horrible, Gestapo style. I thought we lived in a free country, not Russia. With the agents then reportedly carrying off her
Depends on how
appointment book,
legal
cell
that
phone, laptop, blank voter registration cards, and a
That's,
certification for
you know,
completing a voter registration.
that right he
So
had to
with all
search
this,
was.
LULAC has sent a letter to the Department of Justice asking them to investigate Paxton's office for Voting Rights Act violation, with their president and CEO together writing in the letter, "We believe that his conduct constitutes a direct attempt to suppress the Latino vote through intimidation and harassment."
I mean, it could be if he abused the court system to target a specific demographic. Yes.
Paxton's office yesterday, LULAC leadership condemned the raids and laid into Paxton, saying you don't go after our grandmothers.
However,
you don't go
if he
after
had
our great-grandmothers, and you don't go after them
the legitimate
because they're
evidence he
just
says
trying
he
to vote.
has,
LULAC's Texas State
then no.
director adding, it is disgraceful and
But they
outrageous
should
that the
demand to
state
see
of
that
Texas
evidence.
and its highest-ranking law enforcement officer is once again using the
Like,
power
that
of his
should be
office
made public.
to instill fear in the hearts of community members who volunteer their time to promote civic engagement. And adding, I have been contacted by elderly residents who are confused and frightened, wondering why they have been singled out. Attorney General Paxton's actions clearly aim to suppress the Latino vote through intimidation and any means necessary to tilt the electoral process in favor of his political allies. You know, with this, it is worth noting that this is not the first time that Paxton has been accused of employing intimidation tactics, which is also something LULAC pointed out in their letter to the DOJ. Earlier this year, for example, he set his sights on an El Paso nonprofit that helps migrants, accusing them of facilitating illegal entry into the U.S., human smuggling, and harboring aliens. And there we saw a judge in that case having to step in and force him to stop, with the judge saying that he was trying to, quote, run roughshod on the nonprofit without regard to due process or fair play. But for now, with all this, we're gonna have to wait to see what happens, right? There haven't been any charges pressed as a result of the raids, and the DOJ has reportedly said that they are aware of this matter, but they didn't comment. So where I'll leave this is, if you are in Texas, or really any of the United States, go to vote.org to register to vote, and or make sure you are registered to vote. As happens every election cycle, there are a ton of people that come election day, they find out, oh, turns out I got kicked off the voter rolls or I wasn't registered the right way. I mean, even in Texas specifically here, Governor Abbott said on Monday that 1 million people were kicked off of the voter rolls. And unfortunately, every year there's no shortage of stories of people that say they should not have been kicked off. So just double check. And while you're there, you can even set reminders
good
for
idea.
yourself, see what other things.
I mean, the
specifically
registration
you're gonna
process
vote
is kind
for,
of a
'cause
shit
remember,
show,
it's
if
not
I'm
just
being
a national
honest.
election, there's a lot of local stuff. And while there's a lot
We
of people,
shouldn't
some
have
in the
to
government that want to make it very hard
keep
for
a
people
check
to
on that
vote,
ourselves,
there are a lot
but,
of services out
you know,
there
here
like
we are.
vote.org that make it much easier to follow through. And then pretty much every job field out there right now is at the very least dabbling with or fully embracing AI right now. And something that we're starting to see all over the country is that a growing number of police departments have started using AI chatbots to write the first draft of their crime reports, and doing so by analyzing audio captured on their body cameras during the incident in question. With many of the officers who have tried this new experiment totally thrilled with all the time that it saved them. Well, right now there are a few different systems out there. One of the main products being used is one that's built with the same technology as ChatGPT and sold by the company Axon, which may sound familiar because of course they're famous for developing the Taser and being a main US supplier of body cameras. And although Axon won't say how many police departments are using this technology, experts and police officials say that they expect AI-generated reports to become even more common in the coming months and years, especially because the company has such deep relationships with so many departments that buy its tasers and body cameras. With Rick Smith, the company's founder and CEO, even telling the Associated Press that the tool has had the most positive reaction of any product the company has introduced. With him adding, they become police officers because they want to do police work, and spending half their day doing data entry is just a tedious part of the job that they hate. But with this, he also noted that there are certainly concerns with generating reports using AI and that it should just be seen as a first draft, arguing that a district
Yeah,
attorney
you
prosecuting
can't
a
let the
criminal case
report
would want to
be
certain that
100%.
officers,
Yeah,
not
like
just
you
the
got to find a
chatbot,
way to make
are
sure that they're
responsible
not.
for writing incident reports
Same
because
thing you have
they
to
might
do
need
with,
to
you
testify
know,
in court
fucking
about what
school
they witnessed.
kids is
But
make sure
notably
that they're not
there's
using
basically no way
ChatGPT to
ensure
write
that
the
because
full
there are
police
almost no
report.
safeguards in place. And then even the few that do exist, they're piecemeal and they vary from department to department, right? I mean, for example, the Oklahoma City Police Department only lets their officers generate their reports using AI for minor incidents that don't lead to arrests. But notably, that's not the case for plenty of other police departments like those in Lafayette, Indiana, and Fort Collins, Colorado, where officers are allowed to use Axon's AI product to generate any report they'd like. And so as a result, you have many prosecutors, legal
Jesus.
experts, and other advocates raising concerns about AI chatbots being used to generate such important documents that play a key role in determining who gets prosecuted or imprisoned, especially
Yeah,
because those police
yeah.
reports are sometimes
AI
the
shouldn't
only
be
testimony the
affect
judge actually
doing
sees,
anything that could
especially
affect someone's
in this
freedom.
environment. And so we're seeing things like a community activist in Oklahoma City calling the tool deeply troubling. And they're specifically pointing to the widespread, long-standing concerns about racial bias in AI and arguing
Yep.
the fact that the technology is
That's
being
a thing.
used by the same company that provides tasers to the department is alarming enough. And adding that automating reports will, quote, ease the police's ability to harass, surveil, and inflict violence on community members. While making the cops' job easier, it makes black and brown people's lives harder. We also saw legal scholar
Potentially.
Andrew Ferguson noting that
It's
while
not
human-generated police reports do have flaws, it's unclear if AI is
We
more
won't know
reliable.
until they
Saying
start
that in
using it,
general,
but
there needs to be
it's a
more
legitimate
public
concern.
discussion about the potential benefits and harms of these
If they
products
can make
before
it
police
not
just go out there and they start
racist.
using them widely without really telling anyone. Specifically, pointing to the
If there's a
fact
chance
large
that the
language
computer,
models behind
if
AI
you can make it
chatbots
so
are
that
inclined to just make up false
ChatGPT has a
information
0%
called
chance to be
hallucination
racist,
in
then I'd
AI
say
world,
it has a
meaning that these
better,
chatbots could just
that it could
easily
probably
add
write
falsehoods
reports
that are
better than
convincing and hard
humans
to
could,
notice in the police
because
reports that they generate.
humans,
With
there
Ferguson
is no
also
human
adding,
with
"I
a
am
0%
concerned that
chance to be
automation and
racist."
ease of the technology would cause
We all
police
have bias
officers to
whether we
be
want to
less
admit it or
careful
not.
with their writing. Right, and beyond all the specifics here, this also just renews a much broader debate about the growing use of various AI technologies in policing and the host of privacy and civil rights concerns that it raises. Which is why with all this, I gotta ask you, what do you make of all this? And then, all right, so let's keep it simple. The better your blood flows,
Embertail?
the better you are, right?
What are
Makes
you?
sense. And heart disease is way more
What are
common
you,
than
little
you may
buddy?
think, and doing all we can to
9 to
sustain a
11
healthy
range
heart should be a high
damage?
priority.
You
And
do
thanks to
11 to
today's
13
sponsor,
melee
Super
damage.
Beats Heart Shoes,
10%
they have
chance to
science backing them
stun,
up. You know, paired with a healthy
glow,
lifestyle, the
burn damage
antioxidants
on
in
hit.
Super Beats are
Yeah,
clinically
we're
shown to be
using
nearly
you.
2 times more
Sorry,
effective at
dog.
promoting
I'm
normal
taking
blood
the
pressure than a
two-tailed
healthy
fox
lifestyle
with me.
alone. Taking just 2 tasty chews a day can give you daily blood pressure support while promoting heart health energy without the stimulants, so without the crash. There's
I'll have to
no
make a
pills
separate
to
box
swallow,
just
no
for pets
ingredients
over
to
here.
mix or prepare, and no artificial sweeteners or colors. And Super Beats is the #1 doctor, pharmacist, and cardiologist recommended beet brand for cardiovascular
Beet
health support.
brand.
And they have over 80,000 five-star
Super
reviews.
Beets.
And I mean, Super Beet chews, they really do taste good, and they make it easier for me to confidently maintain.
Is this
heart health
episode of-
habits, especially since
this
it's
episode
normal
of
to
Philip
take
DeFranco
long to go,
sponsored by
travel or whatever,
Shroot
and it's just gonna be
Farms.
easy. So double your potential
Jesus.
with Super Beats Heart Chews and get a free
This
30-day
sounds like a
supply of
Dwight
Super Beets
Schrute
Heart
thing.
Chews on all bundles. And 15% off your first
my
order by
God.
going to getsuperbeets.com and use code DeFranco. That's getsuperbeets.com.
What's the other boss?
Code DeFranco. And then in 20 years, 1 million people will be
Ancient
living
stones,
on
5
Mars.
mechanical
That is,
parts. I
at
think I got
least
those.
according to Elon Musk. But also, like, here's the thing.
Yeah, I
Whether
got
that's
those.
a pipe dream or a possible reality, that may not matter because the consequences could
Let's
very
pick
well
that
be
up
the
and see
same.
what
That's
it
because
does.
launching rockets at anything like the scale that would be required to fulfill Musk's vision or even just attempt it, that could mean altering our atmosphere and affecting our planet in ways that we still don't fully understand. And so ultimately, the effort to make sure humans have a new place to live in case something happens to Earth, it could actually be the thing that makes the Earth a worse place to live in. Some saying that means that Musk's mission to Mars,
Okay,
it may
so
just be
that
bringing
one's
us
way
closer
out
to the
there.
future that it claims
He's
to be
way down
protecting
there.
us from. But with all that, right, the first thing that you should
He
know is
ain't
that while
moving.
Musk is in the
I can go
headlines for a
straight
lot
to
of
him.
reasons, the thing that seems to drive him more than
That
anything
one's
is making
moving
humanity
around.
a multi-planetary species. In fact, he's actually publicly claimed that he only accumulates assets, including a controversial $47 billion Tesla pay package this year to fund his plans for Mars. In fact, he has straight up testified to that in court. And, you know, this whole idea, it goes back to when he
It's the
was 10
one
years
thing
old
Musk
and he
does
read
I support,
Isaac
trying to
Asimov's
get us to
1950s
Mars.
science fiction novel,
Mars can be
Foundation. That's a
made
book about a man who
livable.
travels to a faraway planet to try and preserve human knowledge and civilization from the fall of an interstellar empire. And it's also a book that Musk talks about all the time. With him telling Rolling Stone in 2017, the lesson I drew from that is you should try to take the set of actions that are likely to prolong civilization, minimize the probability of a dark age, and reduce the length of a dark age if there is one. With him then going on to say things like, there's high urgency to making life multi-planetary. We've got to do it while civilization is so strong. And whatever your feelings
He's
about him, and I have some,
right.
he has seemingly pursued this goal with remarkable consistency. In fact, that mission has actually driven nearly every business venture he's undertaken on Earth. And I'm not just talking about SpaceX. I mean, take Twitter, for example. Musk reportedly told
Dash
people that
forward
he
at
bought the
200%
platform to help
movement
test
speed.
how a citizen-led government that rules by consensus might work on Mars. And then there's the Boring Company, right? That's a Musk company that
How do I
provides
do
tunnel
that?
construction
Oh, it's
services
B.
here on Earth. But apparently, it was really started, at least in
Oh,
part,
cool.
to
It gives me a
develop
dodge button.
drill under
Ah.
Mars' surface. In fact, they even sell
Yeah, that's kinda
full
cool.
Mars t-shirts online. And
Okay.
Tesla, Musk has said that he envisions people on the planet will drive a version of the company's steel-paneled Cybertrucks. And there's also the possibility that Tesla-built solar panels are what Musk intends to use to heat homes and create energy on Mars, at least according to people familiar with his plans. And then also, you know, going back to
Oh, my
SpaceX, it's
fishing
not just the
rod.
rockets. The company has reportedly partnered with a plant-based alternative meat company
Bike
not only to
faster,
provide food
bike
as cafeteria,
faster.
but also to test the products as a possible protein source for Mars. But of course, also, yes, the rockets are the big thing. And with that, SpaceX's Starship, right, the spacecraft meant to ferry astronauts to the moon and Mars, it recently survived a re-entry into Earth's atmosphere for the first time. And all of this as Musk has significantly moved up his timeline for settling Mars, with it being just this year that he started making that claim about 1 million people living on Mars in 20 years. Whereas, you know, in the past, he said it would take 40 to 100 years to have a self-sustaining civilization on the planet. And notably there, that 20-year target, it's roughly the same timeline NASA has set for what it's called the audacious goal of just getting anyone there at all. So with all that, of course, there are massive questions about whether or not Musk is just full of shit, with even his own employees expressing their doubts about his timeline, with some even
Look, he is
suggesting
full of shit about a
meeting
lot of
fellow
things,
SpaceX
but so
executive
far,
Bezos. But either way, there is a reason
the
to believe
stuff that
he's
he's
free, because this year he has
tried to
reportedly
do
started
for
asking
space
SpaceX employees to start thinking more
has been
concretely
pretty
about
on
specific
point.
details of the
He
future.
hasn't been full of shit
Whereas
about
one
that.
team coming up with plans for small dome habitats, including materials that can be used to build them. Then another is working on spacesuits to deal with Mars's unforgiving environment. There's a medical team researching whether humans can have
Yeah,
children
set 'em
there.
on fire,
Musk
bud.
himself has even allegedly volunteered his sperm to help seed a colony, which yes, does sound like the most Elon Musk thing. But also,
I mean, he
should
already
say
has
there's no
literally
denying
a
it.
dozen
The point
kids.
of all that is to say that Musk's mind seems to be made up, with him having decided he is willing to do whatever it's going to take. While he believes that it would benefit the human race, it's also all of humanity that may have to bear the cost of his decision if he's wrong. Because on the surface, the amount of greenhouse gas emissions from spaceflight, it's pretty negligible. You know, the percentage of fossil fuels burned by the space industry is only about
Food in me.
1% of that burned by conventional aviation. And then even there, aviation only makes up around 2% of overall global emissions. But notably,
I need
the
better
picture
armor
is more complicated. That's
before I
because
go fight another
emissions from
boss.
spaceflight are in some ways
Almost
more
died to
harmful
regular
than
shit
the
right
equivalent
there.
amount of emission from some other sector. And with that, scientists are especially worried about soot released from rockets collecting in the lower layer of the middle atmosphere, or the layer called the stratosphere. Notably, it's home to the ozone layer, or the thing shielding us from the sun's harmful ultraviolet radiation, and it is extremely sensitive. I mean, if you're old enough, you might even remember being told
Yeah,
that you are
there was a
destroying
hole in the ozone
layer by using hairspray.
Look at the size of that aerosol abomination. I've got to stop it before it depletes the ozone layer and everyone gets a nasty sunburn.
Which, by the way, it did not just magically change. Thankfully, there was this little treaty called the Montreal Protocol that successfully set limits on chemicals known to harm the ozone layer, or like those that used to be found in hairspray that aren't there anymore. With all that being a fantastic example of the world coming together to deal with an atmospheric emergency. But in any case, right, the Montreal Protocol
how could we come together for that and we can't even
Satellite.
agree that climate
The impact
change
from
is
the soot
real?
that I mentioned, it's potentially massive. In fact, in a paper published in 2022, soot from rockets was shown to be nearly 500 times as efficient at heating the atmosphere as soot released from sources like airplanes closer to the surface. So with that, we have Eloise Moraes, one of the authors of the paper, telling the New York Times. That means that as we start to grow the space industry and launch more rockets, we are going to start seeing that effect magnify very quickly. And actually, to that point, another study published in 2022 found that if the rate of rocket launches increased by just a factor of 10, their emissions could cause temperatures in parts of the stratosphere to rise as much as 2 degrees Celsius. And that is a level of warming that could begin to degrade the ozone over most of North America, all of Europe, and a big chunk of Asia. And to be clear with that, the idea that the rate of rocket launches could increase by a factor of 10, it's not all that far-fetched. If anything, it could actually be a conservative prediction. I mean, in just the past few years, for example, the number of rocket launches has spiked as commercial companies and government agencies have launched thousands of satellites into low Earth orbit. And notably there, SpaceX is leading the way, with the company in 2023 launching nearly 100 rockets on its own, and in 2024, it's reportedly aiming to launch nearly 150. And with that, right now, those launches are mostly to build the company's Starlink satellite constellation, which is basically supposed to provide high-speed internet to the entire world. But of course, notably, like most things SpaceX does, it's also about getting ready for life on Mars, with Musk actually saying that the key to funding his Mars vision being the Starlink satellite project. And then beyond that, SpaceX has won funding from NASA to look into adapting its Starlink satellites for use in a Martian communication network. And a big key thing with that is that many satellites have a lifetime of 5 to 15 years. So with that, you'll have to replace these satellites, meaning more rockets, more emissions, more soot in the atmosphere. And then also with that, the satellites themselves are
Yeah,
also
that's a
potential
problem he'll
source
have to
of
solve
ozone
for if he wants to
pollution.
continue
The
this,
study last
though.
year saying the metal from defunct satellites
I
re-entering
mean,
the
getting us to
atmosphere
another
quote,
planet
reduce
would be
changes in the stratospheric aerosol
a
layer.
good
With
backup
that,
plan in case we
specifically, I
fuck
should
this
also
one
say
up,
the
but we
ultimate
can't do it
effects
at
of
the
those
cost
metals, it's still
of
not
fucking
known.
this
And either
one up.
way, but especially in the case of SpaceX, sending satellites into orbit is just one of the reasons that the number of rocket launches is expected to keep going up. Because you have SpaceX developing Starship, which is a nearly 400-foot reusable rocket for the NASA moon mission. But importantly, it also might be the model of rocket to eventually send residents to Mars. With people familiar with the plan saying future versions of the rocket could have a living space in its nose, several floors of living quarters, and even amenities like a running track and a movie theater. And there, Starship may carry 100 passengers at a time to Mars, and that journey would happen about every 2 years. Musk also reportedly telling SpaceX employees that he'd use Starship as a sort of...
I mean, none of us will get to go for a long time. It's going to be like the rich people
And then,
first.
of course, the way we started this whole thing is with the fact that Musk apparently plans to put 1 million people on Mars by the middle
You know,
of
the people
20th
they really
century,
wanna
right?
save
Even if that is, yes,
in the
a
event that
long
we
shot.
fuck
If
this
got
planet
even
up.
a fraction of that many people into space, it would mean a massive increase in the number of launches, especially if you then factor in all the test runs that need to happen as well. And in fact, just in July, SpaceX started pushing to sharply increase Starship launches in the coming year. And specifically there, it proposed to launch up to 25 times annually from its complex in Texas. So under a plan approved by the government in 2022, it only has permission to conduct up to 5 orbital flights there every year. And then also, notably, apart from enabling humankind to colonize Mars, and possibly as another way of funding this mission, SpaceX has also proposed Starship as a way of intercontinental travel that could shorten the duration of the longest journeys on Earth to less than half an hour. And so with that, you have Andrew Wilson, an assistant professor in environmental management at a university in Scotland, telling Space.com, the amount of pollution that would cause in comparison to aircraft is orders of magnitude
Try
of a
some
difference.
melee
And also
combat
saying
for a
that we
while.
are in a climate crisis. We already saw warming that is close to the targets of the Paris Agreement. And here we go, creating a massive launcher which is going to just add more carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Though also, hitting on that point, I should also mention there have been efforts on SpaceX's part to reduce the emissions from these launches. Right, most
I mean,
rockets
I
use
would hope
commercial
so.
fuel. Notably, SpaceX's Starship uses a mix of liquid methane and liquid oxygen propellants. And one day it could even be powered by liquid hydrogen. But still there, at the end of the day, we are a long way from having totally green space travel. Right? Methane is a greenhouse gas up to 90 times more potent in trapping heat in the atmosphere.
How long
than
before we
carbon
travel?
dioxide. And then even if
Before
they were
we
propelled
achieve
by
warp
liquid hydrogen,
technology.
that would produce water vapor, and that's a greenhouse gas too. And ultimately, any hydrocarbon...
That's what it
will
takes to
produce some
become
amount
part of the
soot.
Federation,
One
right?
scientist telling the Times, there is no such thing as a totally neutral propellant. They all have different impacts. And then also, of course, with that, a full understanding of the environmental impact would have to account for the greenhouse gases generated by the manufacturing of Starship vehicles. So that's also an even tougher number to pin down. Although something else to consider are the local impacts of SpaceX launches. Like in June, for example, a Starship blastoff burned 7.5 million pounds of fuel and sent chunks of metal and insulation flying to one side of a state park and also igniting a small fire. And in fact, SpaceX operations have reportedly caused fires, leaks, explosions, or other problems at this facility in Texas at least 19 times since 2019. With the company also allegedly conducting tests without the proper permits and going ahead with launches despite being told not to do so by the FAA and otherwise violating agreements with local authorities. But with all that said, I gotta pass a question off to you. What are your thoughts with all this? And if possible, try to give me your opinion without thinking about Musk's politics or your feelings outside of this situation. But that, my friends, is the end of your Tuesday evening.
Thank you, Phil. Take a break from YouTube for a minute. Focus on my game for now. So that's the news, huh? This world's burning and we're trying to find a way to leave it, not save it. That's a plan, I guess. One that only the rich people will get to partake in for a long time. Alright, let's try some of these bombs. Back up. There's this thing I found. Gold ore. Oh, okay. We've achieved gold, ladies and gentlemen. Wait a minute, I need to head back. Not just because I'm... Not just because I'm running out of space for stuff, but because I think I can use the bombs to blast my way into that room up top. I hadn't even thought about that until now. Let's go back. What we do here is go back. Ah. Fuck happened to you, iDubbbz? Alright. Let's see if I can blast my way in here. Let's try it right here. Get away from it. We'll try more than one. Nope. The number it gave must have been... Wait, I could kind of see inside it for a second. I got enough bombs. I try one more. Nope, doesn't let me see inside. Well, damn it, that didn't work. It was worth a try. Anything I can sell to you? I don't think there's anything else I need to sell. Keep keys. Oh, fuck it, you can take the slime too. Drowning in that shit anyway. Seems like a good way to farm money. Well, I got a decent amount of money. Some of this shit up. few extra of those. Anything else I need to store? No, I need to cook more shit. Let's... No, wait. Forgot I already had a fish in there. Yeah. While that's cooking, we'll cook up the gold. No, can't cook up the gold. Really found in clay and stone walls. Well, how do I refine the gold ore? Must be a better furnace I need to make. A better furnace? Alchemist table? Workbench tinker with the wonders of chemistry. Create all kinds of fishing baits. Oh, yeah, I need to make one of those. All mesh table, 10 anvil. It must be on this is where I get it. Loom. Like trap. Can make glass, electronics, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well. Go to sleep. My health back. Oh, fuck. We can do that. Alright, so I need to go back down there. This way. Just exploring this place. Kind of thought the bombs would do a bigger explosion, but whatever, I'll take what I can get. Sure, I'll need this stone eventually anyway, right? Like a whole symmetry thing here. Yeah, looks good. All right. I found iron. Alright, let's keep mining that iron. Any other sparklies? Yeah, there's one. Holy poly. Some light down here. Okay, big shit that way. A lot of slime down here. I have to clean up. There was shit here. It keeps disappearing though, that's weird. Oh, found him. Well, we found the boss. This little thing is his path, huh? Karok and a Karok seed. Whatever that is. Mainly just down here for the... Mainly just down here for the iron right now. That boss couldn't even be fucked with me. Like, he couldn't even be bothered by me. He destroyed all the torches I've spent time putting down, too. I'll find another way to light this place. That? What is that? Ow. Hungry for small insects? Oh, you're cattle. You're not an enemy. Need a bridge. I gotta make bridges to carry with me. Trying to get rid of all the sand here. Where the actual wall is. Okay. Don't run from me, you son of a bitch. Yeah, I don't know how to stop him. Gotta be a way to stop him from moving like that. I need a bug net to catch the bugs to feed those things. Oh man, there's a lot of get the thing to get the thing in this game. Let's just stock up on the iron while I'm down here. Red eyeballs down there. I want to go down there. What's that? Come on, dog, you can kill him. Yeah, good boy. Although I ain't got time to wait for you to do it all by yourself again. Alright, what is this thing? Need stationary drill for this? Jesus. Looks like I got some more stuff this way. This will loop back around to my way out of here. Oops, sorry. You know what? Not sorry. I'm gonna kill you to see what I get for it. Marbled meat. Okay. I'll take it. Get the fuck out of here. Probably stand to do a little fishing while I'm down here. I missed. There we go. Okay, that's it for that fishing spot. Oh, wait. Rid of these 2 pieces of dirt. Where they have the crabs. There we go. Get back home real quick. I'm in no position to kill that boss. Wish there was a way to make it autofill one slot on my belt with more food as I ate the food I had. It's sturdy and great for crafting. Okay, we don't want to sell that. That's worth jack shit. Sell the seeds. And the hat. I need that. Rid of the slime too. There we go. That should free up some inventory space. In here and get rid of. Put that up there. Do some cooking. Do you and you? Yeah. I'll do you and you. Orange meat steak. Mmm, delicious. Melt up the rest of this, and then we'll get some of that iron going. Cooked. Oh, wait a minute. Cook you with that. And we'll cook you with that. Crunchy tulip salad. Gross. I'm getting kind of hungry myself here. I didn't mean to make 2 of them, but oh well. Half my fucking inventory is getting full with food. put this stuff up for the time being. Yeah, like that whole portion of my inventory is just food. Jesus Christ. And wow, we're sleeping. I'm not sleeping? Can't see from a pet in the way. Well, let's go cook this up and then go to sleep. There we go. Then we'll pull up the YouTubes again while I'm sleeping and waiting. Alright, what do we got? Anything good on here we haven't watched it? Boogie 2988, the Eternal Victim. Alright, Willie Mac.
Boogie 2988, once known as the Internet Nice Guy,
Coming at you live once again through the power of the internet.
who made a living off making fun of himself and being positive, has now been exposed for over a decade's worth of lies, ranging from his mental and physical health, to swattings, car accidents, crypto scams, hookers, the N-word, and yes, even cancer. And every time he gets confronted on his lies, he lies more to cover it up by either feigning principles, shifting blame.
Boogie can confirm that he has polycythemia vera, and he actually has like a doctor confirmation of the blood cancer. I'll throw $5,000 towards his medical treatment. I'll make that personal pledge right now.
Oh my god.
Not for 50. You're not seeing my medical. $5,000.
Some ordinary gamers.
They're not seeing your medical records because you don't have cancer, you lying sack of shit.
Make it $1 million.
He gets caught lying about being swatted, and he says his FBI friend put him up to it.
I have a friend who works for the FBI, and I asked him how to deal with the online harassment that I get from a certain
off the music.
subreddit.
But his favorite tactic is hiding behind his mental health.
I don't fucking know, dude. I was in the middle of a panic attack after 3 days of not fucking sleeping.
I am mentally ill. I am out of my mind with anxiety. Hey man, you're a felon who has all these terrible rumors about you. Who's going to hire you to be working in your company? Also, you're disabled. Also, you have no education. Also, you have no work history.
You'll never know what it's like to live with actual mental illness. I'm in a very dangerous place. I'm a 400-pound, 50-year-old man. That's goddamn rare.
And when people continue to press him on his lies until he can't lie anymore, he melts down.
Where's the fucking lie? He won't be to. He told me to, right?
No.
Piece of shit.
Is this what we have to do?
Can I destroy someone's fucking life? Because I don't want to destroy somebody's life. Because I don't want to destroy somebody's life.
Jesus Christ, Boogie.
It's a status quo for me. It's to show the
What the hell happened
Let me
to
show
you?
you how I handle status quo.
Why do you keep threatening to shoot me? This is weird.
Because I'm going to kill you and take pleasure doing it. That's. I'm gonna
Oh my
take
god.
pleasure. Fuck.
Knock this out of the park.
I beg you not to make me talk about this on the show. I beg you.
You crushed it.
I beg you. I beg you. I beg you, Dan. I beg you.
Well, it sure can be. Sometimes not so much. But you guys make it a lot better for me than it
15
all
iron
deserves
bars,
to
10. 10?
Guys,
10,
let me say
10?
thank you for the follows.
Oh, I got 3
Thanks
10.
for the donations. Thanks for the
Having
love.
trouble
I'll try to be
finding
back Sunday,
10
and hopefully
above
by
iron.
Sunday, I'll be sane.
Oh, I need to
Hopefully by Sunday, I'll be
reinforcement.
sane.
Pretty unlikely, though.
He is a
110
fat
bar
liar
on
with
scrap.
a tendency to dramatize everything and freak out and start crying and making outlandish statements. And I think it's funny as
Jesus.
Don't hurt my dog. Don't hurt my roommate. I don't give a what
You
happens
think
to
I want
me.
to hurt anybody is really crazy. You are.
are hurting me, Frank. You are hurting me.
I don't know if this is necessarily illegal. No YouTuber's been charged for it yet, but it feels like it should be. Just like those monthly subscriptions you sign up for.
feels
and
like
forget
it
about,
should
but it's
be.
still charged with every month. I was paying for 2 monthly subscriptions to watch wrestling for 2 years, and I didn't even know. I signed up for a free trial.
That's what
thought
you get
I
for
paid
subscribing to a
and then
subscription
signed
to
up
watch
again with a
wrestling,
different
Willie.
email. And I would have no idea.
The
I was
fuck's
doing
wrong
this
with
if it
you?
wasn't for Rocket Money, where after giving them a bit of your personal information, they're able to cancel subscriptions on your behalf. I had a Roku subscription. I didn't even know that was a thing. Rocket Money is an all-in-one finance app that helps you save money and spend less. I've been
wonder
using
if
it
I
to
could
budget for about 6 months now.
anticipate his
and it helped me
arrival
invest, pay bills,
and lay
still have enough
bombs
money
for him to
take the lady out
roll
on a
over
nice
top of?
date every now and then. It was my very first step towards actually adulting. Come, take it with me. It's never too late to start. Rocket Money makes it easy, saving customers up to $700.
Yeah, Rocket Money's gotta be doing something with your information though if they're gonna get access to your accounts to tell what you're subscribed to and they're doing this service for free. No such thing.
Click the link in the description to start for free. Again, I've been using this service myself since the beginning of the year, so to me this sponsorship was a no-brainer. Thank you Rocket Money for sponsoring this video. Boogie has had over a decade of lies on this website. It doesn't matter if it's him saying he was clinically diagnosed with bipolar and PTSD, only to say
Which
he
he
was
wasn't.
never diagnosed years later when questioned. The guy can't even be truthful about a car accident. People would criticize Boogie filming while driving, and that same day Boogie would crash his car into a ditch. People would pile
I
on
think
Boogie
about that
with
every time I see
pile
someone
up
on
his lie
Snapchat
and
filming while
without
driving.
lying.
I'm like, huh, wonder if this is the snap where they're gonna
A
crash.
semi-truck driver in front of me had a stroke. It caused a big pileup that I unfortunately was a part of. Sam and Toki
Just
was a
admit
subreddit
you
dedicated
fucked
to
up.
checking Boogie's lies, and they found it very odd that there was no news report on a pileup involving a truck driver who had a stroke. So Boogie posted
Yeah,
a
that
ticket
would
he
be
got
a
from the cop to show
newsworthy
that it
event, I
was
would
true.
imagine.
It's funny because it doesn't prove anything. If he
Oh, I
took
forgot to
photo
make
of the
a
actual
bridges.
pileup, then that would be something, but he didn't, I guess. But the code on the ticket was for distracted driving, making it seem like he just
Yep.
drove into a ditch, which is the
Yep.
only picture he posted. Who cares? I
Which
can't
is
prove
what
anything
happened.
either way, but for Boogie, it's code red. He uploads an entire video defending himself, adding so much detail, it has to be a lie.
I totaled my 2005 Buick LeSabre, and there's a lot of rumors surrounding it. So I want to address those rumors and dispel some of those rumors because some of them are so outlandish, I can't believe it. I should have never been on my phone to begin with. Not because it caused the accident, because that's not what caused the accident, but because it's never a good idea. It's called distracted driving, and people have explained to me that distracted driving is just as deadly as drunk driving.
His ticket was for distracted driving, but he's never going to address that.
And if I had been
No,
on my
he's not.
phone while driving in this particular instance, in this accident,
Which
I
you were.
certainly would have plowed directly into the back end of this car. And
Which
I
is
might
what
have
happened.
Killed myself.
Right?
But more importantly,
Well, I mean,
might have
obviously
killed
not
people
killed
in front
yourself.
of me. The good news is, the car in front of me, nobody got hurt, nobody got injured. They went from the car wreck to a hotel, and then rented their Enterprise rent-a-car in the morning and continued their day. And of course, all that's according to the state trooper. I don't know them personally, but this is what the state trooper told me.
There's no way the trooper told
Huh?
you that. What, did he go home with these people? Did he inform you the next day? It makes no sense. Here's another stupid lie. After Boogie's divorced, he was accused of dating a 20-year-old woman because he was sugar daddying her. Not very on brand for the nice guy of YouTube. So Boogie denied this tweet.
Yeah, he's
Boogie
not the
paid
nice
that
guy of
girl.
YouTube
that
anymore.
Would work, I guess. Also,
He
treating her
ruined
nice
that
and being
image.
cool and being a
God, you
good,
had, like,
successful, happy person that she
the
could be
dream
attracted
most
to
YouTubers
also
dream
would.
of.
It's a lot cheaper too. Lucy Fox would upload a video saying she was a cam girl, and that Boogie cried about his problems all day, was annoying, and didn't financially support her enough.
I was pretty much taking care of him every day.
Oh, get him
you
off
know,
me.
I do for a job, and I have to be at home in order to be on cam. Well, I couldn't do that because it would turn into an argument every time I tried to leave. Why are you trying to leave me? You know I need somebody right now. Blah 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 blah.
She'd end the video by
Me,
saying
me,
Boogie
me.
was dating other girls who were younger than her.
And the fact that I know that he's doing this to other people, to other girls that are younger than me, makes me very upset.
Boogie would go on Drama Alert denying everything, framing her as a gold digger, but again, that's the entire accusation. That's the entire point of the sugar daddy site Boogie was using.
You know, she's a girl who's always needed a little help from time to time. you know, and I don't know, I you know, I don't know what to say about that. I'm not
just
gonna
say you
talk
got a
to
sugar
about
baby.
personal conversations. I don't.
It's
feel
like the
comfortable
one
doing anything like
perk
that.
to a guy
It's
your
just,
size
you know,
having money is you can
yeah,
just
I mean, you know, everybody
you can get the kind of things you couldn't normally
This
get.
episode, so apologies for that.
At the end of the video, she referred to herself as your favorite hooker or something like that. Is she a hooker or what is she referring to?
That's
Lady
a
of the
joke
night.
That there's a bunch of people on the internet that when they found out I dated a girl, they're like, oh, she clearly must be a hooker. She clearly must be doing it for money. She clearly must be trying to get, you know, money from us. So I leaned into the meme, which I guess was a huge mistake, but I would always joke. I'd always joke, yeah. Oh,
I mean,
have
it wasn't a
hookers and
meme, was
have
it,
sex with
Bugs?
hookers, which I don't know. I just leaned into the meme, which is stupid.
Looking back, this is just another lie. It's crazy how he would eventually admit to banging loads of hookers.
I'm a former sex worker escort, and Boogie2988 was one of my clients. I'm from LA, and I get a message on this website, you can probably guess which one, from this guy who looked a lot like Boogie.
I took women on vacations, and I took them out to fancy dinners, and I took them to like Disneyland and shit.
Yeah,
40K
they were hookers.
Why do I have two beds?
Well,
one for me and one for my
escorts.
hooker. One for me and one for my hooker. One for me and one for my hooker. One for me and one for the hooker.
God, he is.
One for me and one for my hooker.
This
Ugh.
is just a meme. Eventually,
God,
Reddit
it's-
would find
it's
out
like
that
watching
Boogie
a
had
beached
Steam.com
whale.
account, which again is a sugar daddy website. Boogie would finally admit on Reddit that it is true, saying, I met Lucy Fox on Seeking, but she's the only girl I've ever met on there. Once I discovered the caliber of girl you might meet on there, I was kind of done with it. But unfortunately for Boogie,
No,
this
you
website
weren't.
shows that the account was still active. Someone would call Boogie out on this, asking why he was still updating his profile pictures then, and he was like, well, I still use it. I might meet someone there. And the guy replied, so you were pretty much lying when you said you were done with the site. And Boogie said, no, you misunderstood.
What is
I
that
said I
over
was done
there?
dating from there, but I still use it to window shop. This Reddit would spell the beginning of the end for Boogie.
Window
It was clearly
shop.
gaining traction and living rent-free in his head. He'd go on to
No
say
one
that they were
swipes on that for
rapists
fun,
and Nazis.
dude.
I'm gonna be the next Dark Side Phil. I'm gonna be the next Wings of Redemption. I'm gonna spend every day online to keep you f***ing busy so you don't do it to somebody else.
Oh, you're so noble.
But I want you to know, I think you are the lowest of the low. I think you are the worst of the worst. I think that there are f***ing rapists and Nazis out there who, even though they are rapists and f***ing Nazis, they are more redeemable than you because at least they're doing something they f***ing believe in.
Like hating Jews.
They may be pieces of garbage. They may be pieces of shit. They may harm other people, but at least they believe what they fucking stand for. Even a disgusting piece of shit rapist is better than you.
It's important to remember that Boogie is a coward, so the minute he got heat for this take, he doesn't
Yep.
own it, he doesn't even walk it back. Instead, he hides behind Christina Grimmie, who was murdered by her stalker.
I'm going to try to clarify this one more time. Tonight on stream, I said something very controversial, and I'm going to stand by it here. But I want to make sure you understand, I'm not talking about internet critics, I'm not talking about trolls, I'm not talking about assholes on Twitter, I'm not talking about anybody who hurts your feelings.
Yes, you were, you're just lying.
I'm talking about the guy who killed Christina Grimmie. I'm talking about the guy
Oh
who
my
tried
God.
to kill Gavin and
You're the
Nick.
fucking worst, dude.
I'm talking about harassers and stalkers and swatters and people who show up at your front door and try to end your fucking life. These people are the scum of the fucking earth.
Yeah, don't pay
I think
attention to
they're
me.
just
Think
as bad
about
as
them.
Nazis. I think they're just
You're
as
like the
bad as
woman on The
rapists,
Simpsons.
and
Somebody
they
think
make
of the
people like
children.
me fear for our lives every single day, and these people. And again, you don't have to like that opinion, but I stand by it.
Trolling Boogie on Reddit is definitely a life sentence. His viewer count fell off in 2019, where he would then put a lot of suicidal implications on his viewers if they stopped watching.
I'm hoping when I get too old,
Stop watching me, I'll
assisted
kill myself.
medical suicide rather than go that way than an agonizing death. Yeah, I hear you. I think, and this is my opinion, I think when the time comes, I'm gonna have no problem pulling the trigger or like once I've fully given up hope. You know, once I've fully given up hope, once I'm fully ready
you're
to go,
not.
once
You're a
once the
coward.
internet
You
has
ain't gonna do
forgotten
that.
about me and you guys don't,
You ain't gonna do
don't
that,
need
not
me
even to
anymore,
yourself.
I'm not needed around anymore. And if I haven't found a wife and I haven't had kids or something like that, and I haven't had the life that I, wanted for myself, and I'm just miserable and alone,
Object is
I don't think I'll have any problem pulling the trigger.
This would make people more angry, fueling the Reddit more, bringing everything into question, even Boogie's abuse. The examples of Boogie going back and forth between saying his parents molested him and raped him.
I got molested but not raped by my parents.
I was raped as a kid. It made me who I am.
A rape could be redeemable. My parents raped me. I got molested but not raped by my parents.
I don't think it makes him a liar just because he's using the two words interchangeably. He was a kid, it's weird to challenge him on this. So Boogie would finally break, making a video responding to the Reddit. He'd clear up some claims like begging his chat for car payment donations and addressing some edgy jokes.
Parents still alive? By chance?
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah, they are.
And are your parents still together?
No.
Okay, alright, so maybe I should take point then.
But ignoring his vast catalog of lies, he said his biggest mistake was dating a woman that was half his age.
One of the biggest mistakes I think I have ever made, because I dated somebody literally half my age.
In hindsight, he's clearly lying here too. His current girlfriend is 30 years younger than him. This video would not change public perception, leading to him deleting it, and with the new growing hate, Boogie would double in his efforts in playing the victim.
I would rather hurt myself than hurt anybody else. Hurting somebody else is quite literally the opposite of who and what I am.
YouTubers would come together to make a support group for Boogie, and they all ended up hating him.
I put together a group chat
figure
of
out
50 YouTubers. I'm talking
Way
the biggest
around
YouTubers
this.
to the max. Think of the biggest YouTubers in the platform. They were in there. Clown was in there. Chad was in there. And our whole
Does it
goal
look like I can go
was
that
to
way,
stop
but I
Boogie
can't?
from killing
Must be
himself.
water.
He told everyone over the summer, this last summer, 2019, he was going to kill himself. So we decided that we would save him. Every single one of us took time out of our days, talked to him on the phone for hours.
My time, the time out of my day was, don't listen to these retards in the group chat. Go see a therapist, you fat prick.
Regardless, we spent hours and hours talking to him. And he would not take any of our advice. And it became very clear that this dude wanted attention. He liked people calling him and talking to him on the phone, trying to help him, more than actually fixing the problem.
Wow, Keemstar accurately describing someone's kind of weird.
Boogie, but he didn't because Boogie threatened to off himself if he did.
You're a sick, twisted, manipulated motherfucker that was willing to go and stop criticism on you by threatening to kill yourself. What kind of selfish, manipulating are you? Oh, iDubbbz, if you make a content cop on me, I'm going to kill myself. Like, you literally said that to him. You said that to all of his friends. You said it to every YouTuber you knew so you would spread the word out to try to stop criticism. That's how bad and twisted and manipulative you are.
Boogie spilled his woes to one of the people from the Reddit asking, would you like to know 3 things that nobody knows about my personal life? I dated a 43-year-old woman for 6 months last year. Bro, you're 50, who cares? He says he lost 2 friends for not killing himself, and that he's writing a book. Again, who cares? But this next part is Boogie begging the person to stay away from the Reddit. Get away from that hive mind. They are sad, scary, dangerous people. They have swatted me. I've been swatted twice this month already. Now, the guy from the Reddit takes offense to this because they never encouraged anyone to swat Boogie. So he, of course, leaks it, and Boogie has to change his story. Obviously, I have no way of knowing who swatted me, and I never said that I did. I just said I got swatted twice last month. The Reddit at this point
Which
smoked
you
blood in the
didn't.
water, and they looked at the Fayetteville police record, showing that Boogie was swatted 3 times that year. But
I think I found the way to the middle.
like he claimed. Boogie being Boogie can't keep his mouth shut, so he starts adding all this intricate detail. No, you see, after the July swatting, the police supposedly don't include it in their blotters. He established it was just harassment, and they don't want the people doing the harassment to get the reward, was my understanding from the cops I've spoken with. The last welfare check they were going to make public was July. Now, one of the visible welfare checks was in November, so this doesn't make sense. Boogie would respond to this saying,
Recall
must be a
item,
mistake on their
teleport
part.
to
Can
the
you tell
core,
me what
teleport
date
you
it
back
was
to the
so I know
core,
which November
consumed in
date
the
visit it was, and I can ask
process.
them about it? Police records are always
Okay.
public, so this is all fishy. Somebody from the Reddit then decided to email the Fayetteville police about it, and they replied, thank you for your inquiry. No records have ever been purged from our system, and there has never been nor ever will be an understanding with police or dispatch to omit calls from public record.
Yeah,
Okay, so
that
he's
would be
finally
illegal.
caught. He has no choice but to own up, right? No, it's Boogie. He has to make an even more elaborate lie. Boy, that hate subreddit's gonna wake up to a real banger this morning. So I've always had a bunch of people tweeting at me for attention, ever since I talked to that one critic this summer. So I took advantage of that and slipped into DMs a few weeks back and filled one guy up with misinformation.
Oh my
I
God,
knew
you're gonna
he
pull
would
the
mix
mastermind
into the truth.
card?
I'm a terrible liar, and reading back, it's so cringe. Claimed I dated a 43-year-old woman for almost a year. Said I was writing a book, half true, and all kinds of other stuff. I was hoping it would keep them busy. It sure did. Nobody cares. He's trying to frame himself as a super genius, like he's Yugi Moto laying out these traps. One of the things I said was that I got 2 visits from the cops in December. That's not much of a lie because I got maybe 4 visits last year. It was actually 3, but what's one more lie? Just shifted the dates around. Had no clue they would latch onto that one thing like they did though. To prove me wrong,
Really,
they literally
dude?
looked up my home address and then cross-referenced it via police records to try and discredit me. But in the process, they proved I got swatted 3 times last year. Boogie was accused of lying about being swatted twice over the holidays so he could garner sympathy and play victim. Now that he's caught, he continues to play victim by saying he's been doxxed. They provide dates, making it easier to find my address. I mean, they literally violated Reddit's policy by making it easy on a thread to find my home address. It could even get their subreddit shut down. Absolutely insane. What's even crazier is they tried to make it seem like I blamed them for the
they're
swat.
insane.
I didn't. You didn't DMs, which is what kicked this whole thing off. There's no other way to read it. He then blames it on his totally real PR friend who gave him the advice to lie about his swatting. This was of course horribly manipulative and something I normally would never do. I have a friend in PR and she recommended me giving the misinformation. I just can't believe how awful it made them look. Doxing me, then spending hours to go through police records to discredit me. Unfortunately for Boogie, everybody isn't as stupid as he thinks they are. This whole thing made the Reddit seem like they were right, and it was now becoming a mainstream opinion that Boogie
They
was a
kinda
manipulative
were.
liar. He'd delete all the tweets and upload a video trying to prove the Reddit wrong. And how's he do that? You guessed it. He makes the lie even more elaborate. It's now the FBI giving him advice.
I have a friend who works for the FBI, and I asked him how to deal
Oh
with
my
online
God,
harassment
Boogie, you're
that
a
I get
fucking
from a
shit
certain
show.
subreddit, from Kiwi Farms, from places like that. And he told me the only way to fight that stuff back is to expose those people for what they really are. So that's what this video is. I'm going to show you some receipts that I think you should see.
Now, Boogie does do a good job at dispelling some of the rumors existing on the Reddit, like how he was abusive towards his ex-wife.
Supposedly, I made my
beyond
wife sign
sad.
an NDA, and they give it again.
Like, at first I thought
Context
maybe it
saying
was
that
an act, but my
NDAs
God.
are signed when there are things to hide, which explains why Dez has been awfully quiet on the relationship or any psychological, not physical, abusive behavior towards her. And yes, I get that you're saying not a wife beater, but you're still accusing me of being emotionally abusive or any other type of abuse. You're being hypocritical. You can't trust those types of hypocrites. And by the way, my ex-wife never signed an NDA, and here she is on her own Twitter account claiming that she never signed
Cool.
an NDA.
Expose
She
her
can say
Twitter account so
whatever
everyone can
she
find it. Good
wants.
job.
Now, this was already seen as not a very credible claim. The fake swatting, however, that was very viral news. Boogie would ignore every other credible claim on the Reddit.
They've been calling me a liar and a manipulator for a really, really long time. And after talking to my friend at the FBI, after talking to a friend in PR, they made a suggestion, and that was to bait them and see what would happen. So I did. I had a private conversation with somebody I knew who posted on that message board, and I filled it full of tons of misinformation to see what they would grab a hold of. Now, I want to show you these receipts, but someone, probably from that subreddit, hacked into my Twitter today. I don't have access to it.
How convenient. I wanted to
How convenient.
He just gave himself a blank profile pic and deleted a few of the tweets of him lying. He got his Twitter back the day after this video was released. He tweeted, "Got my account back." For those who doubted the hackers,
God,
here's
you
the
couldn't even, like,
receipts.
wait a
It's my
week?
login history for this account.
Just to play off the lie?
Mob Crush to spook to get in. I removed my approved app. Doubt anyone will care about the
My
truth, but
God.
here it is. The attached screenshot shows nothing. One IP address. That's it. The company Mob Crush would respond to Boogie saying that is their IP address and all it is doing is
The company exposes you for lying.
Mob Crush takes your privacy seriously. We
You
do
can't
not
throw
ask for a
the
greater level of
company
access
under
to
the
your
bus
social
because they're
media
like,
account,
fuck
greater
you.
than we require to work seamlessly. Proving Boogie is just lying again. There's so many layers to this lie.
Someone, probably from that subreddit, hacked into my Twitter today. I don't have access to it.
Nope.
As soon as I do, I'll link this video. I'll link all
Surprised
of the
Twitter
stuff and
didn't.
show you
Elon
guys.
Musk wasn't. Oh,
But
maybe
take my
this was
word
before
for it. I
Elon
told
bought it
them
because
all
he'd have been
kinds
like,
about
ain't nobody
my
hack you.
life.
Shut the
I told
fuck up.
them that I was writing a book, which is not an entire lie, but I told him that I was swatted twice in December.
How many
I
people
told
would buy
them that
Boogie's
my,
book
that I
if he
gave it to
actually
Joel,
fucking
that was
wrote
43
one?
years old for the last couple
I
of
mean,
years
text to
because I
speech
wanted
is the
to
thing,
see
dude. Just
what
scream
they
it
would
into your
do with this
microphone
information.
over a
I
weekend.
just wanted to keep him busy. I wanted to bait him based on what my PR person said. They said, give him something to talk about.
I mean, it
So
wouldn't be a
I
very
did.
good book if you did it
What
it that way, but you're lazy.
I was totally surprised.
People would
with
probably
what they
buy it
latched
for
on because they
laughs.
incriminated
Make
themselves
content out of it.
so
Fuck, I
beautifully.
would.
Wow, Boogie, you're so smart.
I'd buy it
If
to
you
read
have
it on
respect for
stream.
these people after me showing you this, then I don't want you to have respect for me because I no longer respect you. Right here,
Cool.
in one of the most upvoted
People lost
posts
respect for you a
on
long
this
time ago,
entire
dude.
subreddit, they show where they both doxed me, where they searched police records involving my address and my home information.
Yeah, it's public information.
And they have literally gone completely batshit insane. I mean, they've been calling me a liar and a manipulator this whole time, and I decided that I would just embrace it. That's what I would do in order to see if I could.
No,
give them
you just
enough
realized
rope
you
to
couldn't
hang them.
disprove it, so you
They
decided to try to
played
play
right
it off
into
like you leaned
probably
into
should
it.
have done this years ago when this harassment first
It
started.
didn't work.
At least I
It's not gonna
did
work.
now.
It didn't work.
All you're doing is proving them right. He's just
Yeah.
incoherently rambling, willing to say anything to get out of the situation.
But at
He's
this
so
point,
desperate to
my
get out of
career's
it.
Over. At this point, my YouTube channel is over. Public perception about me
Well,
is
at least you understood
completely
that part.
gone. So I had nothing else to lose at this point. If I lose you,
You still got stuff to lose.
I'm genuinely sorry. I genuinely am. And they're telling me that I broke the law by lying about this stuff, so I might
Yeah.
even go to jail. But if it was a way to try to
Yeah,
save
you
my
did.
career, I hope you can understand why I did it. If it was a chance to save my
Understanding why you did a
relationship
bad
with
thing
you,
doesn't make it not a
I
bad
hope
thing,
you
Boogie.
understand why I did it. This is completely out of character.
I
for me.
didn't want to do it, officer,
Just me
but
up
my
having to do it.
What are you
my
on
bills
about?
need to be
Boogie's
paid. I had to
realized
rob
you're
that.
framing this little Reddit hate group as rapists, Nazis, Christina Grimmie level bad. So Boogie is finally getting what he asked for. In comes Frank Castle. Frank Castle is a professional harasser.
And your obese friend. What's
What?
Put the gold bars somewhere else.
I'm just hanging out on the beach. I'm Chad King. I'm from BuzzFeed. Get away.
And he made it his mission to show up at Boogie's house, letting him know weeks beforehand. I don't agree with that at all, but it is karma in its purest form. So
It
what's
is
Boogie's
hilarious.
rational response? It's to accept death. If you do plan to harm, just leave my friends and my dog out of it. You are welcome to kill me. Frank replies, we should make a video together where I give you a pink belly until your stomach has friction burns. Boogie then got in his head that he was going to kill Frank.
Big belly to your stomach and friction burns.
I'm starting to wish that I had at this point.
This guy's a legend.
The little panic attack he appears to be having on Twitter, but unfortunately, no, it was not.
But Frank, you did go down to Dixon Street last night, take a photo, tag me in that photo.
Or he
and
photoshopped
say,
the photo.
I mean, your town, right? That was you? Oh, that's on your Twitter feed right now?
Yes, that was me. I am
Yeah.
in Dixonville right now, and I am in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Well, unlike you, he's not a
Let
liar.
me make it
Give him
very
that.
clear. You should be very glad you didn't step on my property, okay? And I highly recommend you don't. It'll be the last decision you make. I don't know who you are. I don't know what your problem is, but I have no problem ending you if you come here.
Not 3 minutes into the interview, and Boogie's already fueling
Oh my
down
God.
his mental health.
Understand that
Dude
this is
is
what you're
just
doing.
laughing
You
at him.
pick somebody with post-traumatic stress disorder to target with this type of harassment. What the f- are you
What?
doing in Fayetteville, Arkansas? I get that this is funny
Leaning on
to
the
you.
mental illness
It is
thing?
not funny to me, Frank. I am mentally f***ing ill. I am out of my mind with anxiety. You know that.
The reason why Frank's in the wrong here, Boogie, has nothing to do with your mental health. Boogie then decides to switch tactics and start playing the tough guy.
Frank, I need you to listen, baby. Okay? And I'm gonna hang up and say whatever.
You're watching him throw shit at the wall in real time.
Frank, I'm threatening
None of
your
it's
life,
working.
Frank.
And I am not
Threatening your life, Frank. I'm letting you know that if you step foot on my property, Frank, because you have threatened me, Frank, because you said you'd golf
Dude,
at
Keemstar's
golf
like, what
at
the
me,
fuck?
Because you said you would rape me, because you said you would come to my house, because you said that there was a reckoning, because you said that there was going to be damage done to me, because you fucking threatened me. Castle Doctrine says I can end you the moment you touch one of my blades of grass.
I don't think it works that way at
Nope.
all, but okay. Frank
That's
then
not
starts
the way that
playing
works.
Reddit talking points.
I have a personal friend who he's like victimized with his lies and his weird, almost pedophilic behavior that he engages in. It's very strange and very disturbing. He's a 45-year-old man hitting up girls in their late teens and early 20s to come to
I've
his
literally
house. And
never done that, Frank. That's a lie. Why are you lying?
That's not pedophilic, though. You can't report that to the
biggest
cops.
mistakes I think I have ever made.
You don't have to agree with it,
because
but
I dated somebody literally half my age.
Last time I talked to
No,
her, I
you
said
can be
I-
50 and date a
I had
19-year-old. It's
one
legal.
first date with a girl who
Not
was,
pedophilia.
19.
Frank is trying to prove a point.
I don't really know if I have any peace. Boogie is a fat liar with a tendency to dramatize everything and freak out and start crying and making outlandish statements. And I think it's funny as f***, honestly.
I don't give a f. I meant what I said. Don't hurt my dog. Don't hurt my roommate. I don't give a what
Why do
happens
you think
to
I want
me.
to hurt anybody? Is really crazy. You are
Hurting me, Frank. You are hurting me, Frank.
No, he's
This
not.
hurts.
I'm doing psychic damage to you, and you are crying.
I'm doing psychic damage to
I
you.
don't cry over trash like you, buddy.
Nom 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 nom.
This is
It's
status
Professor
fucking
X.
quo for me.
It gets so unhinged. He becomes possessed.
Why do you keep threatening to shoot me? This is weird.
Because I'm going to fucking kill you and take pleasure doing it. That's.
Oh my God.
Fucking kill you. I'm gonna take pleasure. Fuck.
Boogie was known as the non-combative Jolly Giant of YouTube, so this was quite shocking to see at the time.
I would rather hurt myself than hurt anybody else. Hurting somebody else is quite literally the
I'm a
opposite of
pacifist.
who and what I am.
Boogie, he's obviously trolling you, so stop giving him a reaction.
Oh,
Saying you're gonna kill somebody who's pissing you off.
I do have a choice in ending him. So once again, this town is only 10 miles away, 10 miles apart. I'm in the middle of it. You can't be more than 5 miles from me right now. You
I'm like 5 minutes from you at this moment right
then
now.
come here. Just come the fuck here.
Boogie and Frank would also debate on the kill stream. Boogie would immediately open up lying about never being with a hooker.
And don't get me wrong, I'm a really lonely man because all this COVID you can't get a hooker. I have tried.
Oh,
you can't get a hooker during this COVID.
Wow.
Yeah, you can.
That's untrue. Oh, that's crazy.
That's bullshit.
If you tried, you didn't get one. You didn't try hard enough, buddy.
Boogie is a cuck in this stream. There's no other way to phrase it.
They're not hard to get in any economic climate, dude.
I can't stop.
Why
Canada.
though? That's such narcissistic fucking bullshit, bro. The problem is that I care about my haters too much. I just have so much empathy. I just can't. I just can't let it go.
I mean,
I don't care about my haters too much.
That's the reality.
Boogie,
I
everybody's
do get
lying about that. What? Look, somebody's
fucking
haters.
coping,
I
bitch.
hope they die. I don't give a f about them. Like, what? Why would you care about
Yeah,
them?
man, I can't fuck with that.
Come
man.
on,
I
Boogie,
can't.
just tell me.
I really fucking can't, man. I'm sorry. Like, and I get it. If you guys are so different from me, you can't understand that. That's okay. But that is.
Yeah,
that
you just.
shit-
No, you're full of shit.
Because you're so special.
What I'm saying is, I love you. I care about you. I want you to have a good life.
I don't give a f about
He's
you.
trying to take the moral high ground.
Like, at the end of the day,
It ain't
I don't
working,
like
but
you,
he's
you know,
trying.
I'm not gonna spend time with you. I don't want to hang
Yeah,
out
you
with
are.
you. Oh, I don't. I highly don't recommend that. Man, I live in Arkansas. I don't know what like yes blue state you're used to.
Frank's like, you're a professional victim and all you do is cry, and Boogie responds with, you're right.
What will you do if Frank Hassel walks up to you in public?
Take him out to dinner, man.
Probably start fucking crying or call the cops. He seems like a fucking pussy.
I mean, don't get me
He's
wrong.
like you're like a professional victim, bro. You're not gonna do anything.
There is a real. There is.
Yep.
A real
You're gonna
chance
call the manager and you're gonna waddle away.
I mean,
Call
he's
the manager.
calling it accurately.
No, motherfucker, listen. Like, I'll probably take you out to dinner, and yeah, I'll probably cry. This is hard for me. I'm not good at this stuff.
Why would you cry though?
Oh.
Dude, I cry like 4 or 5 times a day. I'm a broken motherfucker. Why? I'm a broken motherfucker. Why?
Stop giving Boogie attention. This is why he's doing it.
Now, this might have garnered sympathy before, but at this point, he's pulled the card too many times. Used it for the Reddit, used it for the iDubbbz content cop, he used it for Turkey Tom's video. Boogie's sympathy tactics aren't working against Frank Hassel because Frank is a psycho, so Boogie starts lying. He's like, the last time I was in a fight, I hurt the guy so bad I became a pacifist.
Who did you hit, and why did you decide that was okay?
So I was about 12, and these kids jumped me in the local park, and I ended up fighting back, and I ended up hurting one of the kids pretty bad. And that caused a lot of trouble for my family, and I decided
Did that
that's
make you
not
like?
fucking worth it.
Did that kind of like dissuade you from fighting physically because you like hurt this guy
Yeah.
so bad, and you're kind of like,
Yeah,
you're
Oh my
literally
God.
a dangerous person.
Talk about,
Yeah, he's so
like,
tough.
Talk about my depersonalization. It's one of the first times I depersonalized and did something horrible.
I don't.
And that's like
Me
why
not
I
fighting
chose,
isn't
like,
because I'm a
being
coward.
That's
It's
why I
because
chose
I'm too
myself
tough.
for that. It's like one of the many
I
reasons
scare
chose my life
myself.
that I've chosen because like I hurt somebody and didn't have a lot of control over it when I did.
Boogie punching that kid once
Oh
made him
my God.
obese. You heard it here first, folks. Boogie would also say he was depressed during COVID and that the only time he broke isolation was to go to a BLM march.
Used to filming videos with my friends. I was used to having like Saturday night parties where we drafted Magic and played video games and fun around. And so that was pretty rough. I don't like being isolated, but I had to stay safe. Eventually, I did break isolation to go to a BLM march just to film it.
Oh my God.
Hold on, Boogie.
Yeah,
you know, no, wait.
Couldn't resist the urge to
You
virtue
gotta
signal
go
that
to
one
the
last
march.
time.
What happened with that?
Yeah. So there's a BLM march on the Fayetteville Square, and like I originally wasn't very interested, but there was a bunch of violence that went down at the Bentonville one. Like apparently somebody threw a water bottle at a cop, and the cops fired rubber bullets, and they arrested a bunch of people and gas canisters to the crowd. And I was like, man, as a documentarian, as somebody who knows how to run a camera, I should be there.
Oh,
to
now you're a
report
documentarian.
bad. And like, also, you know, hey, BLM, whatever. I guess it's as long as and also if there's fucking looting going on, if this turns fucking bad, I want that footage too. Like, let's call out the bad actors. Let's call out the bad motherfuckers. I don't care if you're white or black, short or tall, cop or not. If you pull shit.
God, he's so noble.
Boogie's having panic attacks over Frank, but in the meantime, Boogie's pulling off citizen arrest during BLM riots. I knew he was lying the minute he said he marched. This guy can't mow his own lawn. One moment sticks out to me though, and it's that Frank promised that this would be the worst day of Boogie's life.
The only thing you need to know about is that I'm going to show up. You're not going to win, and it's going to be the worst day of your life.
Yeah, okay. Buddy,
it's going to be fucked.
A day after the Drama Alert interview, Frank would show up at Boogie's house.
He did.
Come on, you what's the deal? Where's the gun at, you fat?
I mean,
all he has to do is not open the door. Just don't engage.
yep, all you gotta do is call the cops and distract him until they get there.
Yeah, on 3, pull the
You could have him for trespassing, because he definitely shouldn't be there. God, this guy is insane.
Oh my god. Is this real? Is this guy gonna kill me?
Yes, he's here to look at the air conditioner, Sam. Is
Oh, and the AC guy is there. Poor AC
Are
guy.
you gonna shoot me in your doorway? Fucking deranged.
In about 30 seconds, I'm gonna fire a warning shot.
Fire it now! Fire the warning shot now.
Is this what we have to do? I'm asking you to leave, Sam.
Sam?
Cameron,
What?
I'm name. I'm
Jesus!
asking you to leave.
I think just like one-shotted me.
I'm asking you to leave, man. Please don't make me do this.
Boogie, why would you have to shoot him? Just stay inside. You never go outside anyway.
Okay.
The poor air conditioning guy is caught in between all of
I
this.
can just go back for my stuff, so I get to keep the stuff that's equipped. That's not a bad system, I guess.
Because I feel threatened.
I thought I was gonna lose everything.
Somebody right in front of you.
I'll shoot
He's like, dude, I'm just here to fix the AC.
Who's Sam?
Sam is referring to Sam and Toki, Boogie's hate Reddit. He's seeing the Reddit in place of Frank Castle, like a human representation. Boogie would get a felony for discharging a firearm into the air, giving Frank Castle exactly what he wanted.
This motherfucker said to me,
Yeah, you can't fire warning shots.
Boogie, I'm
It's not a
coming to your
movie,
house one
dude.
day, and when I do, it's going to be the worst day of your life. It's going to be worse than the day your parents.
And it was. He didn't lie.
That's what this guy said to me, right? And then this motherfucker went on to harass me. He ended up showing up at my house, and you know what? He was right. He made 100% good on his threat. It is now
unlike
officially the
you,
worst
he's a
day
man
my
of his
life.
word.
It's now officially the most victimized
Crazy,
I've ever
but
been.
a man of
Even
his
if
word.
you include my parents, it's the most fucked up thing anyone has ever done me.
Boogie's victim status would hit all new heights, and to be fair, he is a victim here, just nobody cares anymore. January of 2021, Boogie would post a video titled, "I am finally rich," bragging about his crypto wealth.
Did something very stupid that I do not recommend anyone else ever do. But it worked. I basically took every dime I had in liquid funds and invested it in a huge gamble. And I did this at the advice of my friend Jesse Ridgway, McJuggernuggets, who guaranteed that money,
New
saying
item,
that if the money
tombstone.
disappeared, he would help take care of me and help me rebuild.
the worst is over, use it to
Unfortunately, the money
decorate.
didn't disappear. And my thought process at
I
the
can
time
keep
was,
track of how many
look,
times
even
I've
if it
died by
does
putting this out
disappear,
front of my
I can
house
always
every
just
time I
go
die.
ahead through with my
Jesus.
stupid plans.
By a stupid plan, he means Alt F4ing his life.
At the end of the day, making these videos has never been about the money. It's never been about the views. Never
Yes, it
felt
has.
pressure
Yes,
to
it
get all those
has.
memberships
And
down
yes, it
below.
has.
Never feel pressure to subscribe on Twitch.
And yes,
Never
you
feel
should.
pressure
That is
to
exactly
make a
why he
donation
does these.
Or interact with one of my sponsors. Never feel pressured to buy a t-shirt.
1 year later, the crypto market would crash and Boogie
Yes,
would upload a video
you
titled, "I
should
Need
feel
Your Help,"
pressured. That's
admitting
exactly
that
why he
lost
does
everything.
this.
Well, this is a video I've dreaded.
That's why he
making.
plays the victim so often. He likes when
But it's
people.
time, so I'm asking for your help as we head into the holiday season.
It's a manipulation tactic.
I had a nice big nest egg. I took some financial advice from a friend, and I'm not pointing fingers necessarily. I took the advice.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
put
we
money
all
in the
know who you're
crypto
talking
market in the
about.
wrong section, and I pretty much lost most of everything. If you click on videos you like and you watch them to the end, and you drop a like and you leave a comment and you share it with friends and you click the notifications, you do the YouTube stuff, you're doing plenty. If that's all you want to do, if that's all you can do,
I love you.
Yeah, it's a manipulation tactic.
Right? There's a second group of people who might find themselves able
That's all
to do
this
a little
is.
more, and if you're one of those people, I'm asking for your help today too. Do you like the t-shirts I have? This one's not in the merch lane shop yet, but there's several, and I'm making new designs all the time. And if you like a t-shirt, buy a t-shirt. I make like a $9 profit off of a $25 purchase. If you don't want to buy something
get 'em.
from me directly, you can shop with one of my sponsors. That's always an option as well. If you like a product I'm selling, get involved with a sponsor, shop through them, use my code. If you're in a position
Hello.
where you only have like $1 or $5, you can super
Stationary
chat
drill.
that.
Crypto would
Oh,
bounce
there's
back
the
to
boss
all new
again.
heights 2 years later, but he would say he only has 8K in ETH as of March, so I guess he sold most of it. In 2022, a few weeks after Boogie announced he was broke, he would announce his cancer diagnosis. Hey, debated not sharing this, but I got my official diagnosis today, so why not? I do in fact have a type of blood cancer called polycythemia vera. It's extremely
That's where he lied
slow
about
moving, and
cancer.
many people live for decades. No big deal. He uploaded a video as well.
I often say, though, every day that I wake up is a good day. It's the one day if I don't wake up that sucks. So I've been debating for a while to talk to you guys about this, but I hope it brings you guys a little bit of clarity about some of the videos I've made in the last month or so.
It's gonna bring something,
turns
Boogie.
out I got a rare blood cancer called polycythemia vera.
One
No,
point that comes
you
off as
don't.
wildly
You
malicious
Googled
is Boogie
that
saying that cancer is the
on
reason he had to
WebMD,
upload
and
that
now you think you have it
embarrassing
because it'll
video
get you
begging for money.
I've known
attention.
about this for a little over 6
That
months.
thing you want so much.
That it was a probability, though I just got my official diagnosis. I hope it gives you an idea of why I've been so worried
Remember,
about my
he said
money,
official
why I've been so
diagnosis.
worried about my career, why I've been so worried about my future. Maybe I should have led with this before I asked people to watch my videos or become channel members or whatever. I don't know. This felt very private at the time.
He's lying with a smile on his face. You probably already know that Boogie was recently caught for faking cancer. He was never diagnosed. He's lying here for the same reason he was lying about his swatting. For the same reason he lied about his car accident. He was embarrassed. Embarrassed of being made fun of for his video saying he was broke.
What do we say to the God of Death? Not today, motherfucker. Not today. And before I
It's gonna be no day because you're not sick.
donations, I'm
You're
not
just
asking
fat
for
and
channel
stupid.
memberships. I'm not asking you to check out a sponsor. I'm not asking you to buy a shirt.
Bro, yes you are. His disease and health would become an even more core part of his personality.
On top of that, I was allergic to trees. I was allergic to cut grass. I was allergic to flower pollen. I was allergic to bees. I was allergic to everything. And so
sure you
several
were.
times a year, I would just stop breathing.
He used this as an excuse to promote a pump and dump crypto scam called Fatty Coin.
Fatty for life.
Because you know, if Boogie
Jesus
can't get his fans to buy t-shirts, maybe he could scam them.
I don't think it's a pump and dump. It is a meme coin.
It's literally from a thing called Pump.fun. What are you talking about?
Oh my god. It's like an episode of The Office in real life.
I told you in DMs not to do this.
Like this sounds made
You
up.
came to me because you were about to launch this coin.
Launch. You told me after my first week. I literally said to you, the question before that was like, hey man, can we talk real quick? You said, don't do it. I said, I have some questions. And you said, don't do it. But at that point today, it was already too late. First
I mean,
No, no. There was no contract. There was no video out.
The money's already spent. It's at Mercy Hospital right now. It's gone. I used it to pay debts.
Immediately hiding behind the cancer.
If I'm being genuine with you, and I do want to be genuine with you and the rest of the internet, I'm in
No, you
dire
don't.
need of money. I have a lot of medical bills, and I'm fighting cancer, and I very much like not to fuck around with my
This
healthcare too
fucking
much.
guy.
That's something I would genuinely have to consider.
There is zero accountability from Boogie. He ends the call so salty.
I hope you get better. I hope you get better with your sickness and
Yeah, it's cancer, man. People don't generally get better. But I appreciate that. Thank you.
On Twitter, Boogie would be saying
God,
the
he's
cancer is
sick.
effing expensive. I'm at the beginning stages and I can't afford it. When this inevitably turns
He
into
is so
leukemia, I'll be
desperate for
literally
that
effed.
attention,
I talked about
man.
it on the podcast, but I'm a tired man. Tired of being mentally ill. Tired of being sick. Tired of being old. Tired of being bullied. Tired of being abused. Tired of being hated. Tired of hating myself. I'm so old and exhausted that the
No,
cancer
you're not.
diagnosis seems like a gift.
You're not
and I'm
tired of any of
grateful
those
for it.
things.
Having a bad cancer day, I've not had anybody ever say that to me before, so I didn't know how to react.
It was funny,
It
right?
was.
You had cancer day? It was
I just don't feel very good.
All right. Well, I hope you feel better. I do.
Well, I won't.
So like, what do we need, Boogie? You need to swim a lap. Like, you need a dog to lick you in the face. Like, we need some vibes. What we got to get from you?
I need to not have cancer.
Holy shit, he did it. Boogie lying about cancer.
Well, you
was
got your
done in a
wish.
truly poetic way. Keemstar was fighting with the other podcast members on LolCal Live, and Boogie would try and keep the team together. Boogie would spend the next day trying to keep Wings on board.
What the fuck are you doing?
Streaming?
I know, I'm talking about with the show, obviously.
You realize the show's gonna crash without Keem, right?
Sure, and why not get paid until it does?
Because the paychecks aren't gonna be coming.
Let's imagine it's half as much next month. That's $1,500. I need it. You don't need it? Yeah, Keemstar might have cut the paycheck in half. You're the one who made sure it went to fucking zero. So yes, I'm gonna stay mad at you. Show the up to work tomorrow. Have a pair of balls.
Boogie's like, Wings, I don't care
Wow.
what happens. I need that bag. I will put my
Boogie
girl on
acting tough
OnlyFans
in
if
front
I
of
have
somebody
to.
is
You have
fucking
an opportunity
hilarious.
to decide whether or not you're gonna bite or get bitten. Bite, motherfucker. Bite. That's the show. It's a goddamn dogfight. That's what the internet is. I'm gonna launch crypto coins. I'm gonna launch Desi's OnlyFans. I'm gonna suck cocaine off of Nazi's asshole if I have to. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck it takes to survive in this environment.
The next stream would come around and the storyline is Boogie kept the band together. Then Destiny comes out of nowhere and exposes Boogie for faking cancer.
Oh my
2 years
God.
ago, you said that you had a cancer diagnosis, but now you just said now they're doing a biopsy to check for
Confirmation. Confirmation.
A biopsy 2 years later?
Are we treating?
Oh my God,
Boogie
Boogie doesn't know what a biopsy
For
is.
2 years, you've been having a cancer treatment without confirming there's actually cancer there.
Wings asked why Boogie won't just show the
He doesn't know what a
diagnosis. and Boogie says
biopsy
it's the
is.
only private thing he has left in his life.
I just don't understand why you won't just go grab a piece of paper and just disprove them. Like
Because
you're
I don't
having
have
all these feelings.
This is the one last
This is a
thing I have
shitty
left.
excuse,
The
but-
motherfuckers were in my marriage. You guys were in everything else. You're in every aspect.
Oh no,
of my
you
life.
ruined that marriage.
Let me have one goddamn.
All by yourself, sweetheart.
Destiny then offers $5,000 if Boogie just shows his diagnosis. Remember, this cancer cost so much that Boogie had to crypto scam his audience, and Boogie says no.
If Boogie can confirm, that he has polycythemia vera, and he actually has like a doctor confirmation of the blood cancer, I'll throw $5,000 towards his medical treatment. I'll make that personal pledge right now.
Wow.
You're not seeing my medical records for 20, not for 50. You're not seeing my medical records.
So I just want people to remember.
You can offer him $1 million. He doesn't
Boogie
have
says,
the
"I have
records.
to
That's
do
why you're
XYZ
never gonna
scam
see
to
him.
raise money because my medical bills are hurting so much."
They know
he
that,
can speak
though.
publicly about his medical issues to scam his fans to raise money, but he can't take $5,000 to privately confirm a diagnosis that he already publicly said he has. Doesn't make any sense, but
Even I have a fucking limit.
This is not the first time Boogie's been accused of faking cancer, but when it's come up in the past, Boogie's decided to publicly shame them.
I see the rumor mills creeping back up again. The same rumor mill that's accused me of God knows what else. And this time they've decided that I am faking my cancer diagnosis.
Oh no,
And
they
when
didn't
those
decide
goes
that.
to
You
the
did that
mill,
all by
I know
yourself,
nobody's
sweetheart.
that fucking stupid. It's still going to spread like wildfire. So number one, I see that
Because
kind of
it's
person.
true.
I get it's fun to LARP about me.
Please
I get it's
stop
fun to
exposing
pretend
me.
That I'm a piece of shit. And I get that I made my mistakes in the past. But cancer's not something to pretend about. Cancer's not something to joke about. Cancer's not something pretending that I'm lying about cancer for clout and views is a fucked up thing to do. Get help. I get that it's fun to pretend. I get that it's fun to dunk on me and try to ruin my life. I get it. But you if you're doing that. I don't want to let you.
Oh, there we go with the
I'd
victim
let you every
shit.
other time. I didn't give a what you had to say. But cancer's not a thing that we're going to joke about, okay? Cancer's not a thing that we're going to pretend I'm lying
Should have
about.
thought about that
That's
before
not
you
a thing
made it
we're
up.
gonna
This is so bad.
No interest in finally giving it the lash.
It just makes it look that much worse when they expose you too.
You got on your knees and mood on camera.
Well, I would rather do that.
You got on your knees and mood on camera, you dipshit.
Sorry. It was fucking stupid of me to go on Rich's fucking show and give away the fucking storyline. I'm a fucking attention hog piece of shit.
Boogie's entire defense would hinge
All
on the
true.
principle of keeping his diagnosis private. The man used his diagnosis to guilt t-shirt sales, but remember, it's private.
I'm still trying to find it in my portal right now. I'm a little dissociative, it's a little difficult, but I will have it.
You can take all your time. Sure,
Yeah.
Time out.
They're not going anywhere, bud.
You have cancer and you're in your portal and you can't find that.
You can't find cancer diagnosis
He's like Velma
in your portal. That would be front and center. Like they'd be like, "Hey, don't forget you have cancer. Cut show up for your appointments. You need chemo." Yeah.
Let's go. You're still never going to see it, but I just want to confirm it for myself. You want to confirm it?
Dude, it's over, man. They know you're lying. Just give it up.
Yeah,
Yeah. I want to make sure I know that it's there, and it's a simple matter of fucking emailing it to one of you guys, and you'll never fucking see it.
Hold on.
But I'm going to confirm.
So he's
Jesus, tap dancing, Christ.
So you can't find it? You can't find it?
Yes, I mean I can if I had the wherewithal right now.
You
No, he can't.
I mean,
He can't
obviously,
because it doesn't
I can't
exist.
find the page
You
with
should
all
try.
my
You should
symptoms.
try Control F.
I can't find the page with
You
all
should
my
try
symptoms.
Control
They then
F.
bring on some big titty lady to bribe Boogie with tickets to Disney if he just shows his diagnosis.
If you can provide those papers, I will personally fly you out to Florida.
Sure.
Pay for your hotel, or you can stay in my home, and I will take you to Disney.
Nice.
I'd rather have the money to pay for tests and shit. Can I get the cash equivalent?
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Cough it up.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Why would you take this offer and not take the $5,000?
I'm not taking either. I just wanted to know if I could have the cash equivalent.
Oh.
I'll probably not take either, but
Keem finally asks, is it possible that Boogie just jumped the gun on this diagnosis? And Boogie says it's possible.
If he's turning down a trip to Disney.
Next time you see your doctor.
By the way, clever of her to say that because
Do I have cancer?
offering
And
him
he says,
sex in
well,
exchange
no.
for something would have been a
It could turn
crime.
into cancer. Is that possible?
She's done this before.
I guess that's possible. I would
Girl's
have
a professional.
Really strong case for malpractice.
Boogie boldface lies to the camera. I'm looking at the diagnosis right here, but I won't show you.
Are you still looking for the proof?
No, I'm looking right at it.
You're looking at the proof.
Yep.
He's playing zombies.
No, he's not.
Then show us.
Nope.
He can't. Because he's not. That's a
The
lie.
bounty to just show the diagnosis goes up to 15, then 25K, and he still refuses.
Keem, you've got to use carrot and stick. What bonus would you pay him to do that?
There's no. Oh, I've already been offered $10,000 plus a free trip to Disney World, and the answer is
Well,
no.
nobody likes Disney World. $10,000.
I love Disney World.
It was
I love
5,000.
Disney World.
Yeah, it's not actual Disney World,
total.
dumbass.
15 grand. You can do it.
No.
He's going to pay you
lying.
$15,000 to look like an asshole in front of his entire audience, and you're saying no.
Yep.
He's
This
lying.
is too much, man. I don't know if you guys can understand. This
I
is
can
too much.
completely understand. I went through 2 years
Yeah,
of
this guy
fucking
actually
people
has
like
cancer.
Mersh saying I was fake.
And the fact that you're doing it in front of a guy who
ordinary-
actually has
some
cancer.
ordinary gamers will also put $10,000 towards it.
Make it 100. Make it $1 million.
If
I'm
you
good.
have cancer, if you prove
No,
that you have
this
Make
is
it 100.
bullshit.
Make it
No.
100.
Yeah, he's
Not
making it.
25K sitting on the table. There's something going on here.
Yeah, there's something is, man.
Yep.
I'm just exhausted. I'm done.
The dude with
You
cancer
just did a
even
crypto
knows you're
scam to
lying.
make money because you said you're worried about cash. They're offering 25K.
Yeah, I
and you
thought
get
that
to
was funny.
shit on them.
The manipulation tactics from Boogie are in full swing. He starts saying he feels backstabbed.
I spent 2 years treating a disease that doesn't exist. These people used to be my friends, and I genuinely
Physical
would have never
dam,
believed
physical
it would
range,
come to this
damage,
and I just
damage
man, I'm
against
just rather be done, man.
bosses.
I'm good. I'm good.
You're playing this in some kind of backstab. I mean,
We're gonna go with damage
Not at
against
all.
bosses.
Not at all.
Do you think I backstabbed you by having Destiny on?
No, not at all.
When that doesn't work, he starts suicide baiting.
He's planning on pouring out
Additional
his
ore.
girlfriend with OnlyFans or something,
No, that would have
right?
involved being on the internet.
Going with that
You're
one.
describing things that involve being on the internet.
Oh, okay, well, if you've got a backup plan for revenue, then what was the scramble to get revenue in the first place if it's
The
so
backup,
easy to
the
do?
backup plan is to just go ahead and sell my house and then give the money to the people that deserve it, and you know.
God, he's so full of
You're
shit.
gonna live in an apartment?
Probably not.
He's so desperate for any out, Jim gives him the slightest opening and he dives on him.
I don't know how he manipulates everyone.
There's no manipulation here. Either he's either lying, which is terrible, or he's telling the truth and
Which you're
acting
not.
like, or you're telling the truth and you
He's
have
lying.
cancer, but you're being a stubborn fucking.
Yes,
and
it's
you're
that
walking
one.
away-
It's that one. I am
Wow, he
going to
jumped
have
all over
one-
that now.
When I leave this f***ing internet, I'm going to have one goddamn.
It's like when you're yelling at a 2-year-old
One goddamn thing.
and you're yelling at a toddler and you're like, "Did you do this?" And you're like, "Or did the cat?" Yeah, the cat.
The money pot rose up to 75K because it's so obvious he's lying.
Buddha says he'll write an escrow right now if Boogie comes back and he'll up it to 60K.
No, he's not gonna. He's not gonna do it.
Wait, that means it's technically 75. We're almost to 100.
This is fucking ridiculous.
It took 7 hours
Yeah,
of streaming this
he doesn't really have
interrogation for Boogie to finally own up. In that time, there were so many lies, I couldn't even put them all in one video.
I'm gonna be so upset if he actually has cancer and he went through all this hell for no reason whatsoever. That's gonna be so
real fucking upset. You about to be real fucking upset.
That's
No, he's
You're
not.
not going to show us anything, so we won't know nothing.
No, when I die.
How about this, Boogie?
This
Instead
is
of the actual diagnosis, could you show us
the
history of the...
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. My medical records will be released the day after I die. Me and my brother have spoken about that. The day after I pass, I want you motherfuckers to know how wrong you were. So the day after I pass, my medical records from
I will literally do a stream laughing at you if you die, turning down 80 grand, laughing at you, and so will most of the internet.
Yeah, no one's gonna feel bad for you.
I hate to ruin it for you. Nobody's gonna think it's anything but funny. What do you think, Boogie? You think you'd watch down from heaven and it's like, oh, we were so wrong. He really did have cancer. How did we not know?
This is fucking childlike logic and mentality.
Most likely have the cancer, right? But you haven't gone through all the steps, so you can't say you have the cancer or not, right?
Yeah, not if you haven't had a biopsy. And that's not something they do 2 years fucking later.
It's fine, Boogie. Stop freaking out.
No, that's why.
One of them wanted to put it in the chart.
That's why it fucking sucks. That you. That
Oh, now he's gonna cry. He sees the walls closing in.
A liar when I'm not fucking lying.
You
But
lied
he is
1.5
lying.
years ago about a
This
diagnosis.
is all manipulation tactics.
Told me.
He's like a woman.
Told me I have cancer.
Like an abused woman.
The show ends with Muda calling for Boogie to get fired. Boogie gets paid $2,000 to $3,000 a month from the show. It's his main source of income.
I think Boogie's a complete liar, and I don't think he should be on this show. I think if you guys continue to pay him, you're supporting somebody that would blatantly lie about the most vile thing on the show. 100%. No, I feel like if you let Boogie on the show, you are supporting somebody that would blatantly lie about one of the most emotionally destructive things in any society. That's where I'm at least.
In the next episode, Boogie would come right out and say what everyone knew.
I've done a lot of soul searching since the last.
By soul searching, he means he's run out of excuses.
Here around the house.
He's given up his manipulation tactic.
I've been trying to think of different ways that I could.
Now he wants to try to. Now he wants to get a pat on the back for telling the truth, like he's got some kind of moral high
What he
ground.
just said is that his video 2 years ago should have said, I have this disease. It may be the non-cancer type or the cancer type, but they're treating me for the cancer type. That's what the video
Keem
should
is
have.
being just
That's what the video exactly should.
treating him like a
Still
child,
off.
just so
In his
nice.
tweet and in the video, he said he waited until it was confirmed.
I've known about this.
Which
for
is
years.
odd that I'm saying that about fucking
That it was a
Keemstar.
probability, though. I just got my official diagnosis.
Boogie's way to make up for it is to donate $1,000 to St. Jude.
Right now, and I have it queued up, ready to go, regardless of whether or not you kick me off of the show. I'm donating $1,000, basically.
That'll make it better.
St. Jude's. I'm pulling that trigger right now.
People are really mad about the 1K. How do you justify the 1K?
Because that's what I have left. I don't know what else I should get.
He has more than
I can't
that
give
left.
away money I
But you
don't.
told Coffee that you had no money left.
Yeah, he's not at risk
And now
of
there's $1,000.
being broke
Well, I got
at
paid
all.
by you. And no, I showed him receipts for $3,000. There was $2,000 left.
Keem fires Boogie because the chat hates him so much, and then Boogie pretends to be religious. It is so cringe.
Twisted Slops says, if there's anything I want Boogie to do is to turn to God. If you need help with that, reply to my DM. I really want to help you. It will change everything. I forgive you because that's what Jesus taught me to do.
Oh my
I prayed a
God.
lot in this last week. And
He's really doing the meme. What would
it's not
Jesus
been
do?
open. But I think if I do some good works, it might.
What do you mean you pray to? You're not religious.
I told you a year ago. I
I found Jesus yesterday.
Me and God talk every day. I've told you this. Said it on the show many times.
He was at my Magic the Gathering
I'm not
match.
exactly Christian. I don't really subscribe
he
to
helped
any
me build my
particular
deck.
Subset of religion, but I do know there's a God. I do know there's a creator.
Oh my
and
God.
I speak with him. Maybe I need Jesus. You know,
dumb. I can't.
Boogie starts to have a meltdown because, of course, he's lost his job, he's been exposed, he's talking about himself like he's a rare Pokemon.
I'm in a very dangerous place. I'm a 400-pound, 50-year-old man. That's goddamn rare.
Boogie starts preaching about suicide, and nobody
It's a
wants to hear it,
Snorlax.
so Boogie then threatens to end it all.
I'm just saying there are probably people out there watching this right now who are struggling with suicidal impulses. And if you're one of
God.
them, stick it out. That's all I'm trying to say.
You're not. Shut up. Oh my God. It's like, give me a butt cancer.
Thank you. Tell
Guys,
him
give me a
fuck
fucking
up.
suicide. My God, you were never suicidal. You love yourself way too much to ever kill yourself. Okay, way too narcissistic. You would never be suicidal. You'd let the world burn to ashes.
Get on.
Before you even considered hurting yourself any more than. I was too mean, but no, yeah, like Jesus.
Somebody's got experience with abusers.
Whoa. Okay, well that was what my joke was gonna be. I was saying any more than stuffing your mouth full with a cheeseburger. Like that's what I was gonna say. But yeah, if you want to say, yeah.
It's self-harm, motherfucker. That's why people like to do this. It is a form of self-harm, motherfucker. That's why we do it.
I self-harm. That's why I'm fat.
Honestly, bro.
If you don't like the taste of food, why drink diet
Why did you miss it?
instead of just drinking water?
Because it's a form of self-harm. Because I'm just.
No, it's
you
not.
drink
You're
Diet
lying.
Mountain. You go to the store. You spend money on a drink that you apparently don't like just to hurt yourself.
And you buy the
You know
diet
it's like
version.
Super, right? Like one razor blade will last you a lifetime.
I used to
I'm saying what I drink after Jesus. I'm drinking
people to cut their
Jesus
fucking arms. That's my
And
fucking
you buy the
arms.
diet
The guy who laughed at
version.
Donald Trump's assassination attempt is telling people to cut their fucking
Because you
arms.
want to die slower.
Oh, you want to see that? Hold on. Okay, I'll do it. Give me 30 seconds.
No.
Holy shit! The next era.
He's not gonna do it.
No, he's waiting for you to tell him to stop. That's what he's doing. He's gonna come back with the razor. He's gonna hold it up.
Yep, he's accurately calling everything he's about to do.
No, he wants me to. He told me to, right? He told me to.
No.
He told me to.
It's blowing Boogie's mind. Like, how does he know?
I'm standing eating a sandwich, Destiny.
Put that away right
You
now.
fucking piece of shit.
Okay. All right.
Boogie has lied about 3 major events: the swatting, the crypto scam, and the cancer. So now, just like the Reddit all those years ago, people start questioning the abuse, even though it's probably the only real story he's told.
It's a little different when it's Destiny coming in saying you're a liar. Prove that your dad made you jerk him off. Prove it. Prove something that happened in 1983. Prove it. Prove it.
He didn't say that.
Prove it can't happen.
He's
You
just
can't prove
asking
it
for the
can't
cancer.
happen. I can't do that.
Problem is, if you lie about cancer, no one's gonna believe you about literally
I didn't
anything
have a
else.
cell phone in my pocket.
You're willing to lie about
But
cancer.
you told me privately the reason why some of the stories, and I'm not going to leak anything, don't worry. But you told me why some of the stories are inconsistent and they don't match up.
Yes.
Why don't you just tell the
I
audience?
don't want to destroy a human life. Because I don't want to destroy
What?
someone's fucking life. Because I don't want to destroy somebody's life. Because I don't want to destroy somebody's life. Because I don't want to destroy somebody's life.
Boogie, why
God
don't you just
damn,
take the
Boogie
mic
sounds
and say what you
exhausting
have
to
say
deal
about this whole
with.
situation.
I never thought the day would come I'd feel bad for Keemstar, but god damn, dude.
I hate breathing air. I hate being alive. I'm in so much fucking pain. I can't fucking stand it anymore. I can't fucking stand this. I can't fucking stand this. I've ruined my fucking life.
I know you can't talk about your sister. You said you would talk about your dad and mother all day. So will you address those issues? Because
Yes, my mother twitted my fucking tipples as part of the abuse, and she twisted my balls and my dick, and she told me that sex was disgusting and awful, and she told me that only disgusting, awful people had it.
Okay, but then well, let's not talk about any of it.
No, my dad masturbated in front of me and showed me pornography and asked me if I wanted to join in and encouraged me to touch him, and I fucking did. I did. I fucking did. I fucking did. Fucking dead.
No.
There. Can we be done? Can we be done with it? Can we be done with it?
I feel bad for him, but he brought it upon himself. No one trusts him with anything. He makes him read the donations, and it's so sad.
Can you get louder? The chat can't hear you. You're mumbling.
Yes, I'm in the middle of a very severe panic attack.
Okay,
Leah,
let's.
Oh
let's
my
take a-
God,
let's
no,
take a
you're
moment.
not.
Big breaths. You ready? With me.
Leah something says.
Wait.
This is so fucking performative.
I think your
Leah
mic settings are wrong because we can't hear you. Even that screaming and yelling.
Says, Scam Boogie, make him pay the $3K and mail the play button to Medicare. Leave something. Thank you for your donation.
Thank you, Leah. Something. We appreciate you.
The
worst donation read ever.
We all go through the storm sometimes. Fault sees us through it. Thank you.
Look, that was inspirational. They had your
I
back.
don't know. I don't care. I don't care. I just want to get back. I don't care.
This is what happens when you say inspirational shit to him.
Shut up.
It's not the kind of attention he's looking for.
Matt Sales says, so only people that aren't capable of refusing his testimony are allowed to be discussed.
If they are dead, they're fair game. This is why, Dan, I told you I couldn't talk about this, man.
You can do this.
This is why I told you. No, I can't. I told you I couldn't talk about
Boogie,
this.
you knocked this out of the park.
Dude, I bet you not to make me talk about this on the show. I bet you.
You crushed it.
I bet you. I bet you. I bet you, Dan.
I actually feel bad for Team right now.
You did.
I didn't think that was possible, but here we are.
You did. What are you?
Me feeling bad for Team.
This whole drama really entails the full lolcow life cycle. It ends with Boogie getting liar tattooed to his face.
To be entirely honest, this is not on
What?
Keemstar. This is not on Keemstar. This is on me. I'm the one who jumped my diagnosis. I'm the one who talked about this before I got fully diagnosed. I'm the one who up. I'm the one that has a history of pathological lying. I'm the one.
Yeah?
This is me. This is me owning my shit. This is me owning my shit.
Boogie gets liar tattooed to his face after faking cancer.
And I will say, it does
Yeah?
feel like Boogie's got a new lease on life. Like the weight of all those lies is finally lifted off his shoulders.
The fact that I didn't want to do
It won't last.
Because I got up, right? I get it. And I'll tell you what I learned about all of this is I need to shut the up about my trauma and my history and all that shit. It's played the out. Nobody
Yep.
wants to hear about it. Nobody cares. I need to figure out how to be entertaining on YouTube again.
Yeah, or he's just full of shit.
Here's the thing.
Yep, just
This
full of
wasn't
shit.
about winning
It's all for
the
attention.
audience back. This wasn't about winning.
He fancies himself an actor at this point.
One thing I couldn't get over is Boogie's never-ending excuses for not getting a job. In the
The
documentary,
lesson we've
Boogie
learned
gets
here is
taken to
that
see a head of
all
the mock
along,
interview. She asks what
Francis
skills he
wasn't the
possesses, and he
character.
lists off all of his
Boogie
health
was.
issues.
So you are here today because you are seeking employment.
Yeah,
You're seeking out new work opportunities.
absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about your background and where you think you want to go with the experience that you already have.
I did work at a small gaming store back in 2006, 2007. I am disabled, recognized by the state of Arkansas, but also the United States government. There's that. Now, the downside of that is I am extremely depressed.
He's tanking
There's
the
some
interview
mental
on
health issues
purpose.
that we bring to the table.
And she knows
And
it.
then physically, I am morbidly obese. I have no references, no work history, and no education. And when you Google my name, you might see rumors that I beat my ex-wife and I am also a pedophile. Should mention I'm also a felon.
Okay. What's the nature of your felony?
Aggravated assault.
How old is it?
About 2 years.
Okay.
Pretty clear that he's just memeing around.
You're using
Yep.
weight and disability. I can't. If that is the attitude that you're going to have when you approach everything, then you can't. And you won't.
And he knows it. That's why
I
he's
did
doing
work
it.
in the porn industry for the better part of 7 years. So
Yep.
I mean,
Be real with me. Do you really think it would be a good idea to go to a real interview and reference porn?
it depended on the job, I would think.
But Mike was
Oh
serious
my
about Boogie
God.
actually trying to get a job, and Boogie says no.
Hey, Mike. Listen, dude. I know we're making this documentary and everything, and I know you think I need to get a real job, but I just want to let you know I'm not going to. I'm not going to walk into some job when I have 4 million subscribers on YouTube. I'm one of the original YouTubers. What I'm going to do instead
All good things,
is go
Boogie.
back to making content.
All
Go back
good
to telling
things.
stories and entertaining people and making money doing it.
Boogie shared how bad his financial
Only
situation
that's
is on
not what's
financial audit.
happening.
He's missing credit card payments while paying $900 a month in fast food.
Late payment fee, October 31st. Late payment fee.
Yeah.
$25. Late payment fee, December 1st. This just happened.
Yep.
Oh, me.
October was a very lean month.
Very
Thank you
for
for
business
raising me.
purpose. Chick-fil-A.
I think a lot of people have this idea, and I get that the documentary definitely painted this picture, right? I think a lot of people don't understand what I'm willing to do to survive. But I hope that you know that I literally
He's willing to lie about
this country
cancer.
with an injury.
Yeah.
To be here to do this, right?
Yeah, you do,
So
yeah.
I'm willing to eat as much as I need to do this,
Are
right?
you willing to stop eating $900 at McDonald's and Starbucks a month?
I'd love to.
That's a no. Caleb reiterates that Boogie needs a job, and he's like, I applied to a whole 12 jobs last year. It's impossible.
I don't like crowdsourcing.
One a month.
But
There's
you
no way I can
refuse
get
to
a
get
job.
and you need money to survive.
It's less of
So we have to do
refusing-
something.
It's less of refusing, more that I just don't know if I could.
Uh,
I've been
you are
disabled since
refusing.
2005. right? I can't work hard. I can't do physical labor. That's not an option.
You can
right?
sit at a
So
desk.
then
I mean, that's what you do on YouTube.
Again,
Right.
service.
So now they have to Google that I'm a felon who beats his wife, and because that's what happens when you Google my name. Go do it right now.
Yeah.
They have to hire that person.
Yeah.
They're not going to.
Those are the positions where those more people with records do tend to find more opportunities.
Right, but are they also disabled? Right? Like I'm saying,
Well, this would hopefully be work at home.
Right.
I'm just giving one option.
Yep,
I'm
work
sure,
from home.
but I'm just saying, like, if that job crosses my lap tomorrow, I'll take it.
I would apply to these billion, trillion, quadrillion jobs.
I have. I'm telling you, I've done this exact thing in the
You've
last
applied
year.
for all of them.
No, I applied for over a dozen, and I kept getting
Christ.
told the
That's
same
nothing.
thing, which is, dude, you're unemployable.
This man is literally Jerry from Rick and Morty. He is the sad worm.
If you told me that I need to start flapping my wings and fly out of here, right? We would agree that that's not a possibility.
She's probably right that you can't get most desirable jobs.
Not desirable jobs, anything.
There are 0 disabled felons with a job, according to Boogie. As of March, Boogie's been able to get the felony sealed. Oh, but now he's got a face tattoo, so it's still impossible to get a job.
Because you're on ground zero.
Because I'm gonna have liar written across my face. That'll really help me get a day job. Yo.
I would not let you do it on your forehead. Your cheek, like underneath an eye or something. Forehead's too much. That's
It's still gonna make it real hard to get a day job, but let's go.
Well, you're not going to get a day job.
You're not planning to get a day job, though. What do you mean now? Now you're going to look for a gig?
Isn't
That's
that what you
done.
guys have been screaming at me for years?
Piece of gear.
Oh, it was done years ago.
You're just manipulating us now. You're manipulating us right now by saying you're never going to be able to get a job. You're manipulating us. You're manipulating us. You're manipulating us. You did a whole documentary where you can't get a job because you're a
Soaring
you're
hit
fat
too?
and because you're crippled. Stop
Speed, magic
manipulating
damage
us.
for a short duration on critical
You
hit.
act like prey, but you're a predator. You use pity to lure in your victims. It's how you survive. I survive because I know everything. That snake survives because children wander off, and you survive because people think, oh, this poor piece of shit. He never gets a break. I can't stand the deafening silent wails of his wilting soul. I guess I'll hire him or marry him.
What is there to say about Boogie that hasn't already been said? The guy's a compulsive liar, willing to say anything to get out of a situation. Maybe that has to do with growing up in an abusive household where that is the only thing that saved him. But after going through every lie, I can't see past how malicious some of these lies are. Whether it's ignoring valid criticism, demonizing the Reddit,
back
saying
to
he'd rather be raped again than
the base
killed,
at some point.
or lying about the swatting, saying his
Running out of
FBI
inventory
friend put him
space
up to it, or what I'm now certain of, him lying about cancer because he was embarrassed of his I Need Help video. Either way, I think Lolcow Live is the perfect hell for Boogie. He needs it to survive, but he's
The
also
perfect
never
hell.
going to be able to live anything down.
Tip off!
Great show. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel. And be sure
You're
to check
not
out Rocket
wrong,
Ball.
Willie.
Don't end up like Boogie. And shout out to the homies over on Patreon.
You're not wrong, Willie. It's a hell of his own making. And it's fitting. Poetic, even. It is still sad. I don't know what's more sad. Like, where he ended up, or the fact that he got this far to begin with. Like, he's clearly an example of someone who didn't deserve to be famous. Like, never should have. He's a person who never should have been famous to begin with. Let's put on the fresh hat. It is depressing, though. There we go. Give me that 10 ore. I gotta find a way to make my way back. I'll make my way back north. I can't keep going this way. Keep going straight from here. Damn. Oh, hello. Goodbye. Oh. There's a trap down here if I ain't careful. There we go. Break this? Need a stationary drill. I knew that was gonna happen. Fuck. Alright, I got another thing to get rid of. I'll just loop back around. Yeah, we're almost back. When I get back to base, I'll go to bed. This is where we're gonna call it, ladies and gentlemen. Witches of all ages. We've seen the full saga of Boogie 2988 and where he ended up. At this point, it's just a shit show, and he knows it. He's doing it for entertainment, so probably not worth watching anymore beyond this point. The Boogie 2988 shit show has run its course. Okay. Cook up some meat. Smelt some more shit. I got some tin. Yeah, I got some tin. Will that bring me up to 10? I need 10. Damn, it'll put me at 9. I'm still one short. Even traveling to like the depths and the more dangerous places. Like, I don't think I need to go that deep. I don't think I need to go to where the iron is, because I need 10 to unlock iron. So, like, the stuff in the starting area is copper. A little bit further out would be tin. A little bit further out from that is iron and gold. Yeah, so I'm going too far out to look for this stuff is what's happening. Oh, there we go. Got some more cooking stuff. We gotta add that. Oh no, I've already got one of those. Already got one of those too. Alright, might as well go ahead and make this. Make that. I'll eat this. And we'll put the rest of these in here to sell them. Farm those to make something I can sell. Okay. Put that up. Put that up. That up. More of that. I gotta figure out what to do with that. Put that in my inventory. Can I craft something with it? For the crafting table. How about this one? Dynamite pack. Safely with a trigger. Door. Pressure plate. Stepped on so I can make automatic doors. Ooh. Delay circuit, logic circuit. Oh god. Oh god. It's like redstone. Did I get this time? Sup, terrier? Oh, it's just another dog. Just like the last dog. Oh, keep the... Put you in there with that one. Start storing some of this food. Sell that. Keep those. That'll free up a lot of inventory space. Yeah. There, now I can make money. Put up the armor I don't need. Sort it up a little bit. Okay. There we go. Got any more food to cook? And that's gonna take a while to make. Sleep when enemies are nearby. I want to be sleeping when I log out, so I'll log back in with a buff. Okay. I'm pointing that. Range attack speed, hello. Vitality. There we go. Keep getting stronger. More cooked food. What's the next one I can do? Well-fed buffs are gained at 5% lower food, or well-fed buffs are 20% stronger. Yeah, 20% stronger, obviously. What's this one? Melee attack speed, don't care. Longer cooked food buff duration. Oh, damage dealt by me and allies. Yeah, so we'll be going for that one, and then that'll lead to health every second for me and my allies. Yeah, so that's the tree we're going down here for that one. Okay. So I can be kind of a healer when I do find people to play this with. Oh, I can go ahead and queue up my iron. And then go to bed. There we go. Okay. Oh boy. Addictive little game. Thank you, Game Pass. Introducing me to new shit. That's why we play. Alright. I can log out of it now. Alright. And I want to thank all you wonderful witches for watching. If you're new to the stream, socials above my head here. You know, follow me to see when I go live. YouTube, get your daily dose of Death Witch. For now, I'm going to bed. I'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Virtual games, the place we fall hard and fast. Shots explode in frenzy, quick in the next move. In Death Witch we trust joystick, master of the groove. Joystick fever drive us mad wild. Strain rage seduction, fever dissectile. Death Witch the king, leading us astray. Joystick fever, night melts away. In my screen ignited passion rises steep. In game world fantasies we plunge deep. Eyes glued to the screen, can't break free. Death Witch seduction, with joystick destiny. Pixels burning slow.